All right, live today here with you for the Washington Commanders Philadelphia Eagles game that 15 minutes ago I had no clue was even going to be on today. I didn't have any idea there was an NFL game today. And then I saw Tom Grassi was streaming for a charity stream. I thought, oh, that's cool, but maybe he could get more people on a charity stream if there was an NFL game on. And then I looked and I saw there is an NFL game on, and it's happening right now. And there's one tonight too. Bears and Packers, I believe. And we are on. We're going to talk about the Eagles and Commanders game. We're a few minutes late here. But the Eagles and Commanders will be going at it to start NFL action. The Commanders first here, if my internet will cooperate. Because I was trying to get it up on the TV and it was not working. And then now I have it up on my phone and it started buffering just now. So not a big fan of that. Really would like it to work so that I could get going here. Let's see if the YouTube app itself will let me play it. Let's see here. Sunday Ticket. Let's see if that works real quick. Here we go. Now we may just have to hope that it's not going to buffer the whole time. I'm going to get off of the Wi-Fi, though. That was definitely not helping. And then we'll just use our phones. I have unlimited data, so I can totally do that. Commanders already got 3 points in this game. It's already fallen off the rails, and we've just started, guys. Got to get YouTube TV to actually open here. The app will not open at the moment, and we have no idea what's happening because the TV was just giving me a buffering circle. So we got to actually get the game on to be able to do play-by-play for the game. That would be a good start. All right. The game is on my phone. We're going to reset it up here. We're going to lean it up against a picture frame. One of these days, maybe it won't be such a janky setup. Looks like it's going to be a 4th down for the Eagles. All right. We are going. Let's just make sure real quickly that we can see the scoreboard. We can see the scoreboard. Everything's visible. And we have a 3-0 game. So we're going to adjust the board real quickly here. Today, the orange is going to be the Commanders. Blue is going to be the Eagles. It's going to be 4th and 1 for the Eagles. The Eagles coming into this game on a bit of a skid. Not been playing very well as of late. The Commanders really just kind of playing to spoil some people's seasons at this point. So we're going to see what they can do. Can they make it happen here today? First timeout is already going to be burned by the Commanders, and there's 9.5 minutes left in the first quarter. So not sure why they're using that timeout. But we're going to see what happens after the timeout. Eagles are going to maybe go for this one with a tush push. They love that tush push play. See what the stats look like on that first drive. Mariota went 1 of 3 for 7 yards. Rodriguez went 4 carries for 16 yards. Looks like they may be going with him mainly today as the main option at running back. McLaurin 1 reception for 7 yards. And the Eagles, Devontae Smith has their lone reception so far. 4th and 1. Eagles going for this one, or they're trying to get him to jump. There's 2 seconds, 1 second, and they are going to just try to draw him off sides. Not going to work. That's going to be a delay of game, and they're going to punt this ball back to the Commanders. Commanders 4-10. Not a playoff hope for them, but they can play spoiler to teams like the Eagles, who are hoping to work on their seeding for the playoffs. They will most likely make the playoffs, but they could end up blowing it if they just keep losing. So they need to keep winning. Make sure they can secure a spot. I mean, they're probably certain for the NFC East, considering the Cowboys can't get out of their own way. Speaking of, while the punt is in the air, going back to the Commanders, standing at the 15, he will take this not fair caught and then gets hit. Scary hit low on the legs, but he's okay. No gain on the punt return, and that's where the Commanders will start, right around their 16-yard line. That could have been a terrible injury. That did not look good. All right, while we're at commercial break, let's update the standings for the two teams, at least, that are playing today. Commanders, pretty much eliminated. I think that there's no chance they'll make the playoffs if they haven't already been completely eliminated. They're 4-10. Cowboys 6-7-1 can't get out of their own way this season. So the Eagles are pretty much guaranteed a playoff spot with how things are looking right now. Basically, if they win today, they're definitely 100% in, I believe, if they haven't already clinched a spot. Let's take a look at the other stuff around here. Yeah, we're on a commercial break right now. We'll get right back into the action shortly once we're back. Yeah, let's see here. Eagles 9-5. Yeah, they're definitely in the playoffs. So Commanders looking to spoil seeding for the Eagles, make them have to do an away game for the playoffs. They want to win as many games as possible because the Eagles would like to win. You get a better seed, try to get a home game. You know, the dream is to get a bye. I don't think they're going to get a bye at this point, but I do think they have a chance because, you know, the Bears have a better record. Seahawks and Rams have a better record, and the 49ers. So three teams in the NFC West have the top 5 records. 3 of the top 5 teams in the entire NFC are in that division. And then there's another team down there as well. I wonder who those guys are. Yeah, but the Eagles want to win. They want to get that 10th win today. Otherwise, they're going to have a pretty bad seed, be the away team to start the playoffs. That would not be fun. Not be fun for them. Commercial break right now for us. Almost back. Let's take a look at NFC North. You got the Bears 10-4. Packers on their heels 9-4-1. Lions 8-6. Vikings not looking too hot at 6-8 at this point. Buccaneers 7-7, 7-7 with the Panthers as well, tied up. That's going to be a crazy matchup tomorrow morning. I will probably be on the call for that one here on my channel as we talk about who's going to take that division. Seahawks and Rams put up the game of the year on Thursday. So bad I wasn't streaming it, but I had to work. Missed out on the game of the year, though. What a game for them. 12-3 for the Seahawks. Go Seahawks. Good for them. All their fans have been super nice this year on my channel to me. We are back from commercial break. Rams 11-4, 49ers 10-4, Cardinals, we don't want to talk about it. We'll talk about the AFC on the next commercial break, but right now we are back. First snap by Mariota from the gun. He's going to look to throw. He's going to complete this pass. No, he's not. That looked like it might have been completed. Not completed to 87. Cooper DeJean with his new relationship to Nikki Bella. Just joking. He may not be with her. Feeling fueled and rejuvenated after that picture with her, though. I wonder if there's something else going on. It'll be interesting to find out. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Commanders. I'm going to try really hard not to say their former team name, but I might slip a few times today. Going to hand this off from the gun. Going to get about 5, 6, 7, pounding his way. It's going to be a 3rd and 3 for the Commanders. Good carry. Was that Rodriguez? We'll take a look. Mariota only 1 of 4 for 7 yards. Bit of a slow start here. He is the backup. Jaden Daniels having a lot of injury issues this season, though. Running back in motion, moving to the far outside. Now Mariota is all alone. He signals for the snap, raises the leg. He's going to take this snap, looking to throw, and completes it for a first down to the 28-yard line. And that's McLaurin. First down for the Commanders. It would keep it more interesting if the Commanders win. Go Commanders. I agree. Yeah, they keep it interesting. Play spoiler. Those Eagles, they got to earn it. If they want to win, they got to earn this game. Going to be 1st and 10 for the Washington Commanders here. 8 minutes left in the first quarter. And we are started with some Saturday NFL football for once. Handoff on first down. Going to go for about 3 or 4 yards. Just chipping away. You get that on every play, you make it a good chance to get a first down every single set of downs. 3 or 4 yards of play. It's going to be 2nd and 7. That was McNichols on the ground that time. They're using McNichols and Rodriguez, both out of the backfield today. In the gun, kind of staying in that formation. A lot of plays on this drive. Mariota is not very much under center. He's going to drop back to throw on 2nd and 7. He's going to check this to McNichols. McNichols is going to try to get a couple. He'll get a couple on it. Give me a 3rd and medium. I'd say probably about 3rd and 4 on this play. So we will see if they can get a first down again, see if they can keep moving the chains. They got a 3rd down conversion last time. Can they do it once more? And then we will run through stats and standings for the AFC in the next commercial break if we have a punt. But if we don't have a punt, we're going to keep this drive going for the Commanders. Offensive plays. Wow, no huddle offense. First ranked in no huddle plays for the Commanders this season. 6:52 left. Mariota looking to throw to the middle of the field and a jumping grab by number 13, Burks. What a catch, but there is a flag down. We're going to have to see what this flag is. It is a holding call, and that takes away a spectacular grab by Burks in the middle of the field. That was a big-time mistake. The Commanders' drive may have just derailed right there because of that holding call. We'll have to wait and see. Mariota with a pretty good throw over the middle, and he kept it high. Only his guy could get it. And Burks went up and tried to get that thing, and he did. That was 74 on the hold. Not sure who that is. Not showing the front. There we go. Coleman. It was Coleman on the holding. Dean going off the field for the Eagles, number 17. A little bit dinged up. No pun intended. He got deaned up. 6:30 left in the first quarter. It's now 3rd and 14 after that 10-yard holding penalty. So now it's going to have to be a big completion like the one they just had if they want a first down. Otherwise, they're going to be giving the ball back to the Eagles. Mariota's going to look to throw. He's going to scramble around a little bit. Going to try to find some more room. Still looking to throw. He's going to release it. He's going to complete this. No, he's not. Out of bounds. Just outside of the reach of number 82. If that was completed, it would have been out of bounds regardless. So it'll be 4th and 14. And the Commanders will punt this ball back to the Eagles. Double coverage on McLaurin on that play. Looked like they had him tied up. Number 8 was all over him. And without Ertz, that's going to hurt the tight end game. When you lose a good tight end like that, Cliff Kingsbury is going to have a tough time calling plays today for the Commanders. Down a star tight end, star quarterback. Punt return from the 27. Going to get it out about 9 yards. After the 36-yard line, that's where the Eagles will start at their own 36-yard line once we come back from the next commercial break. That sets us up to go right into your AFC standings. Let's go ahead and pop those babies up real quick. Big thank you to everybody watching. Liking and subscribing is free. Love having you here. Appreciate that you're watching the game with me today. I didn't even know it was on until about 20 minutes ago. And then we hopped onto this stream. We have 795 subscribers, amazing people who have been joining over the last week. About 500 of you joined up with our new sports channel literally just in the last week. Super happy to have you here. Let's hop into the AFC standings. Patriots on top in the AFC East with the Bills nipping at their heels. The Bills also do have a head-to-head win against them now. Do not remember if they played twice already against each other. We could take a double check at the Bills' schedule real quick because I just want to double check. Yeah, the Patriots beat them 23-20 once, and then the Bills returned the favor with that 35-31 come from behind victory. That was a really good win for them. They needed that one, especially if they end up tying, because the head-to-head would immediately go to the Patriots there. I wonder if it goes to total. I think it might go to total points scored at that point if there was a tiebreaker between them at this point. Or it would be divisional wins or something like that. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, Bills right there behind the Patriots. 11-3, Bills 10-4, Dolphins and Jets, they're done. AFC North, we've got the Steelers, Ravens. This is kind of like the NFC South this year. Who's going to make it? A bunch of teams with low records. at the top of the division. We got the Steelers at 8-6. We got the Ravens 7-7. Who's going to make it out of there? I think only one of those two is going to end up making it. The other one's not going to make it to the playoffs. So they got to win that division or they're done. Ravens are surging ever since Lamar Jackson came back. And the Steelers are managing to hang on by a thread right now. We'll see if they're able to hold that one. Then you got the Bengals and Browns. Let's just say they're not going to make the playoffs. AFC South. Jaguars 10-4. Texans right behind them, holding a wild card spot. Then you got the Colts 8-6, just on the outside looking in on the bubble. Can the Colts make the playoffs with Phillip Rivers? I don't think so. They're on a 4-game losing streak. They were the best team in the NFL at one point. Now they are not. I think they may win 1 or 2 with Phillip, possibly. That doesn't mean they're going to make the playoffs, though. It'll be a good story. He did pretty well against the Seahawks, so we'll see. And then we got the Broncos 12-2 at the top of the AFC West. Chargers 10-4. Then the Chiefs and Raiders. Chiefs surprisingly not in the playoffs. First time in a long time. Wow, that was a long commercial break, but we are back. Haven't been able to use my pipes to talk during a game in about a week now. Really happy to be calling a game, doing the play-by-play again for you guys, and being my own color commentator. 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Jalen Hurts is all alone in the backfield. It is 3-0 Washington. See if the Eagles can start moving the ball a little bit. Hurts is going to throw and complete this pass on first down. That is going to go across midfield to the 46-yard line. Devontae Smith on the reception. Eagles moving the ball quickly on the first play. Let us go Eagles. I'm rooting for a good game personally, guys. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. 5:40 left in the game. Hurts may see something on the defense, going up to tell his offensive line about it. Now they're shifting around a little bit, looking back at him to see what he wants. He's going to take this snap, look to throw. He's going to get some pressure, scrambling to his right. He's going to run with it. He's got 5. He's got 10. He's got about 13. First down, Eagles. They are moving the ball way downfield quickly. That is another first down, Eagles. 2 plays, 2 first downs. Jalen Hurts using his feet there. Giant gap opened up, and he took advantage of it. They're about the 33 right now of the Commanders in just a matter of 2 plays. Third straight 1st and 10 for the Eagles. It's 4 minutes, 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Can the Eagles put their first points on the board on this drive? They're looking like they will. Hurts alone again, looking to throw. He's going to complete this pass to Brown. Brown's going to get another first down and more. He's going to get about 14 on this reception. The Eagles are in the red zone. Another Eagles first down. And they are moving this football. Simple routes, missed tackles. That will do it for you. Another missed tackle by the Commanders on that play. Linebacker just does not have the speed to keep up with Brown. All right, Hurts again. We're calling the same thing again. He's by himself in the backfield. He is about 3 yards behind center. 1st and 10. 18 is where they're at on the field. Throw into the end zone. Can he get this pass completed? Incomplete to the end zone. Devontae Smith was the intended receiver. It hit him in the hands. Pretty good defense. No flags down. That was a really, really close. Wow, he almost had that one. That was on his hands. He had it in his hands, and then it just slipped through right at the chest. Incomplete. Man, that was really close. Really close. All right, that's the first play that didn't go for anything on this Eagles drive. They've been moving down the field easily. 2nd and 10. And we have what looks like a timeout. It looks like the Eagles weren't ready for the play call. Using their first timeout with 4 minutes left in the first. They were moving a little bit too slowly. They have to burn a timeout. You don't want to burn timeouts like that in the first quarter. Texas A&M literally just found out you don't want to burn timeouts. They burned a timeout really early in the third quarter of their game. That was a snooze fest, and it was a defensive battle. And Miami took advantage of it because they ended up having the ball late in the game, and you were 1 timeout down. All right, they're doing the timeout right now. Let's see if there's anything crazy in the stat line that I feel like I want to point out. I don't really think there's anything wild yet, but Jalen Hurts is the leading rusher with 2 carries versus Saquon Barkley, who has a single carry in this game so far for no yards. So haven't really run a single running play yet. Barely getting that going. They're doing a lot of passing and then expecting Hurts to go find it on the ground himself. All right, 2nd and 10 Eagles from the 18-yard line. They are in the red zone. They will at least probably get 3 on this drive. Snap is off. Hurts throws. He's going to complete this pass quickly to Brown. Brown stiff arms for a first down and gets inside the 5 all the way to the 2. It is another first down for the Eagles, and they are in the 5-yard line range. They have 2 yards to go for a touchdown. They're just doing simple, quick curl routes, quick stiff arms, missed tackles, and then they're trying to rely on the fact that they can get run after catch right now, and it's working really well on this drive. Handoff on 1st and goal. Gonna push his way in. He falls down at the goal line, and that looks like a touchdown to me. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley. I was talking about how he wasn't getting any carries. There's the first carry for any sort of yards for him, and it is a touchdown for the Eagles, and it's time to flip the board. We're going to give it a little flippy dippy. 6. And we'll await the PAT to see if we get to flip it to a 7. Good rush by Barkley. I do hope Rivers gets into the playoffs. As a fellow old man, I'm pulling for him. Yeah, I'm pulling for him too. I really hope Rivers does some special stuff. They're saying after review, the runner was ruled short of the goal line. I'm not really sure why they say that. It looked very clear that he was in the end zone. They're definitely going to look at this play now. From literally just watching the play, from the weird camera angle we had, he looked like he was in 100%. But let's just see here where the knee hits. And that knee does look like he was short, actually. So I was incorrect. I thought he stayed up off the ground, but the knee does scrape the ground, so that will be down at about the 1-yard line. They'll probably give him the ball on the next play, though. They've also got the tush push in their back pocket, and it's only 2nd and goal, so they're just going to keep trying to push this sucker in. The fact that they're short probably doesn't matter too much with how they've been moving the ball on this drive. 2nd and goal. They're in tush push formation. Will they jump early? Let's see if there's a false start on this player if they're going to get the touchdown. Oh, someone jumped. There it is. There it is. We called it. We just called the false start, and it happened. False start offense number 74. Eagles jumped early. You can't do that. They are the most penalized team pre-snap, what the guy in the booth just said. That is a crazy statistic. And it's probably because of all their tush pushes finally starting to get called for false starts. They were letting them run rampant with that thing, letting 4 or 5 people jump off sides, let 4 or 5 people be false start, and just let the play happen. You can't do that anymore. Now it's interesting. Ball is at the 6-yard line. It is 2nd and goal. And now a touchdown's not automatic. You're not at the 1 anymore. You can't just tush push the sucker in. 2 minutes and 45 left on the first quarter clock. Jalen Hurts is under center for the first time. He's going to look to throw. He is going to get to the end zone. It is completed. That is a touchdown for the Eagles. And who else? It is Devontae Smith. And we have the 6 points right back on the board. We're just going to keep that board flipped. And we're going to go ahead and assume the PAT will be good. We're going to flip that thing right there. And that is a touchdown for the Eagles. Good move by Devontae Smith, breaking to the outside on the out route. And he beat his man easily. Fairly easy stuff for Devontae. Good touchdown for the Eagles. Kick is up. It is good. Feels good seeing some good kickers after watching college kickers over the last couple of days. Today's kickers in college had a rough time so far. The Texas A&M Miami game, it was windy, but those kickers were missing everything. All right, we're headed to commercial break, but we're going to stay here with you guys while we were on commercial break. Problem is, it's the only game on, so we don't have too much to talk about during the commercial breaks other than hope you guys are having a great day. So let's take a look and see how many people have come in to hang out with us so far on the stream while we're on commercial break. And take a look at everything else. Tom Grassi came in and commented on the video of him rating me. Absolutely awesome. I just wanted to give a shout out to him. He probably will not see this because he is currently doing a live stream as well. But I wanted to give a shout out to him for putting a comment in my video. That is so cool of him. Let's take a look. How many people have come in to hang out with us on this live stream? Already 138 people have come to hang out with us for at least a split second during this stream. That is so cool of you guys. Thank you so much for watching with me. Love having you here. All right. But we are at the commercial break. What's that clock at, boss? Oh, sorry, sir. Let me take a quick look at that clock for you. 2:37 in the first quarter. I needed to update that one. It'll be much easier. Christmas Eve, I'm going to be getting my Christmas present from my mother, which is a digital scoreboard that shows the time, shows both teams' logos, shows the score automatically, and everything will be displayed in a nice, cool LED fashion right here on my table. So you guys don't have to ask me anymore what the score or the clock is, because if I get 3 or 4 of the things, I usually miss the 4th one. So I won't miss it anymore. We're on commercial break right now. You're missing nothing. We got about 1 minute left. Absolutely. Yeah, she's the best. And she's getting me that's like the one big thing she's getting me for Christmas this year. I told her, this is what I want. I don't care if it's a surprise. I just want to know that I'm getting this cool scoreboard. Yeah, it is definitely awesome, Loud Ninja, but that's going to be amazing. We're at 2:37 based on my clock in my head. We have this Flipboard until then, though. Tom Grassi himself literally recognized the Flipboard. That's why he rated me. So this $8 Flipboard off Amazon ended up being pretty amazing. But hey, happy to be here. You. My wife's trolling me over here. Trash talking. Hey, can you shut the door, baby? You sure? All right, kickoff ready to go up in the air. I'm going to shut my door real fast. Kick is up to Washington. Will they catch it? They will at the 5. They're going to return this ball out. They're at the 20, 25, 30, breaks a tackle, and down at the 32-yard line. That's where Washington will start their next drive. They were moving the ball downfield last time, and then that holding penalty derailed their whole drive. They had to punt the ball back to the Eagles, and now they are losing. Can't do that again. Kind of what they've been doing all season long, though, been shooting themselves in the foot. It'll be interesting to see if the coaching staff stays around. Not sure if there's any Commanders fans in here, but if you are a Commanders fan in here, do you think the coaching staff will be fired, or do you think they're going to stick around because of all the injuries? You think they're going to be forgiven for this? 2:30 left in the first quarter. Mariota is under center. He has not been under center very much in this game at all. It is 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Looking to hand off, he will. Going to be running this ball for about 8, 9, 10, pulling his way for a first down and 13 yards. Who is that one on the run? Let's see. They're using a bunch of different backs. Krosky Merritt on that one. Who am I rooting for? I'm rooting for a good game, but I generally don't root for Philadelphia teams. I generally am against the Philadelphia teams, so I'm probably going to root more for the Commanders. What's up, NCAA Sports Insanity? Welcome back in. Handoff on 1st and 10. Going to go for no yards on this play, and that is going to keep the clock moving. We're at 150. Clock's ticking down. Waiting for the Bears-Packers game. Go, Pack, go. Welcome in, Bud the Grinch. Happy to have you here. Thanks for hanging out. It is 2nd and 10. 1:38 left. Clock ticking. Commanders have the football. If we're having a great time, and if my wife doesn't want to hang out with me, I will stream the Packers and Bears game as well. That'll be a pretty good one. 2nd and 10, Washington Commanders. In the gun, Mariota. Going to move 87 in motion. One of the tight ends backing up for Ertz, who is hurt for the rest of the season. One with the reception. Going to stiff arm his way to about 3 yards. That is Deebo Samuel. I called him 1 because I didn't know who he was for a second. That's going to be 3rd and 9 for the Commanders, trying to get this first down and not punt the ball immediately back to the Eagles here. We have 6 likes in this stream right now. Super happy. Appreciate that, guys. 51 seconds left in the first quarter. 3rd and 9. Mariota in the gun. Going to take the snap from the 40-yard line, looking to throw. He's avoiding a sack, trying to avoid a sack. He's going to get sacked. It's going to be 4th and 12. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. They're going to have to punt this ball back. Dang. Well, Washington didn't need that. That's exactly what they did not need. And now they're going to have to punt this ball back to the Eagles, who have momentum after that last touchdown drive. $166 people have come to hang out with us so far in the stream. You guys are awesome. And it looks like they're headed to a commercial break. I was wondering if they would go to commercial break again, but I think it's because the end of the first quarter. So I think we're going to come back from that commercial break, have a punt, and then hopefully, cross our fingers, no more commercial break after that. Commercial breaks are the bane of every NFL viewer's existence. But yeah, we're back there. So let's talk to you about today's sponsor, me. Just joking. I don't have a sponsor. One day I'll have a sponsor, but it will not be a gambling site. You mark my words, guys. We're going to have about 2 minutes of commercial break. Be sure to be right here in 2 minutes. Take a pee break if you need to take a pee break. If you don't need to take a pee break, that's totally fine too. Just hang out with me right here and chat about the game. That is absolutely right. It is commercial. Thank you, bud. I appreciate the compliment. You're welcome. You're doing good. Appreciate that. Yeah, appreciate all of the Tom Grossi fans who came in here and subscribed to the channel. Those of you who want to watch the videos, those of you who want to watch the live streams, you guys are the best. If you found me just from organic means on your own, you're also awesome as well. Thank you for being here. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're ready for Christmas. It is so close. It is around the corner here. It is literally around the corner. It has come and it'll be gone before we know it. If you blink, it'll be over. So do enjoy it. Spend time with your family. If you don't have family, spend time with your dog. If you don't have a dog, spend time in your favorite video game. Do whatever the heck you want to do. But yeah, I'm going to be with my wife, my dog, having a good time. Family of 3. And my mom on Christmas Eve. She's a nurse, though, so she has to work on Christmas. So we will have Christmas without her since she is going to be helping people as a nurse. She told me not to go into healthcare, but here we are. I ended up doing healthcare anyways as a physical therapist, and I do not regret it. I like it. So take that, Mom. Take that. All right, back from commercial break, starting the second quarter right here, right now. And we will have the punt. I did not know if I spaced and did not see the punt before the commercial break, but no, yeah, we will have the punt now. They've got fun little patches with the candy canes on them today. That's kind of cute, I guess. I'm not sure why they have those. Maybe it's for a good cause. Speaking of good causes, Tom Grossi right now is doing his stream for charity today and already has met his goal. And it's not even halftime yet. So everyone over there doing an amazing job. One day I'd love to do that as well. Punt's going to be fair caught by 18. Hurts is going to come back out here with the Eagles offense and see if they can take this to a 2-possession game. They were showing the last drive, move the ball very easily. They were passing with relative ease on simple routes, really simple things that would then get the catch, get a bunch of yards downfield. They were not doing anything complicated, and Washington was letting them get away with it. They were not able to stop it. So let's see if they keep things basic. Let's see if they keep things simple and see if they can get downfield quickly. Chicago and Arlington Heights don't want the Bears in their city anymore. Yeah, they're going to be the Illinois Bears. Wait, Indiana Bears? Gary, Indiana? Is that what it is? Throw by Hurts on first down. Incomplete for Brown. A little bit out of his reach. He was diving and could not make the grab. Let's see. Mahomes had surgery on his ACL and LCL. Oh, is the LCL too? Did not realize that. Gonna be 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. 7-3 lead for them. We'll see if we have to flip the board again. All right, Jalen Hurts all by himself in the backfield. Second and 10, waiting till literally there's no time left. I'm surprised they didn't call delay of game on that. He's going to scramble outside of a sack. He's going to run, get 5 yards, 10 yards, 15, 16. Somehow we got 17 yards on a simple little run right there. Man. 1st and 10 for the Eagles after that rush. Looked like the play was going to break down. He got 17 yards on it somehow. Man, they gave him a lot of room on the right side. The routes were running downfield, so I guess you took the 2 defenders downfield with that, and that ended up letting you get a lot of yards pretty easily. 1st and 10 going to be a handoff to Barkley. Barkley's got 5. He's got about 10. It's going to be a short, 2nd and short here. 2nd and 1 after a 9-yard gain by Barkley. He tore both LCL and ACL. I knew it was ACL. Did not know about the LCL. That is crazy. He's going to recover pretty quickly, though. He's a pretty determined guy. Pretty sure he'll be back by the start of next season. He's got the whole offseason. It's the best time to tear your ACL if you're going to do it, to start next season as a physical therapist, because he can start back next season. The season's over anyway for that team, so might as well. 2nd and 1 for the Eagles. Going to toss this ball out to Barkley. He's got the 1st down, and he's going to try to get more stiff arms. Good tackle by number 31. Can't get away from him. It's going to be about a 6-yard gain and an Eagles 1st down. All right, 1st and 10 for the Philadelphia Eagles. There's 13 minutes left in this quarter. Hurts switching the play up a little bit. Going to walk up to the line. Going to tell them a new play and then back to where the formation was. Making sure his O-line is looking. He's looking around right now. That was a weird play. I don't know what that was. Anyways, they're going to hand this one off for about 2 yards. The O-lineman was standing up, tapping his fellow O-lineman on the back, and all of a sudden they just snapped this football. All right, we got a new subscriber, 796 now. Thank you so much for the new sub. You are awesome. Really appreciate it. Let's see what they do on the next play call. We've had a bunch of people coming in here to hang out with us so far today. Really appreciate all that love and support. You guys are the best. I think we got, 12 minutes left. Hurts on 2nd and 8, all alone in the backfield. 3, 2. He's going to snap this ball. Waiting really, really close to each play clock. Around with a big up at the 33-yard line. He's having a really good game, and for the Philadelphia Eagles. Wow. What a play there. He was covered by number 6 of the defense, who kind of pulled on his arm a little bit, then tried to make a weird little flail at the ball. The completion to Brown goes for about 20-plus yards for them, and they're moving quickly. 11 minutes and 30 seconds left. 1st and 10 snap, handoff to Barkley. Barkley going to try to get anything on this play. He's not going to get anything, though. It will be 2nd down and 10 for the play. A great catch by Brown. Got tipped barely by number 6 of the defense. Still a good catch by Brown, though. Through the tip. And then after you miss that, that's a risky play. You can either bat the ball down, and then it's incomplete. All right, back. Love the internet. Love the internet. Gotta love the good quality internet connection that will just keep us hanging, keep us on our toes here today. All right. Video seconds, and we brought it back up. I did not realize it was not on, so now we brought it back. Internet struggle. a little bit here this weekend. Kick is up in the air for the field goal attempt. He's going to miss the side left. Jake Elliott misses the field goal. It is now going to be still 7-3. We are going to head to a commercial break. The Commanders will be back on offense from that point. When we come back from the break, okay, let's hope the internet stays strong here. We're on commercial break right now. We're not missing anything. We've had an average of about 10 people hanging out with us on the stream here today so far. Big appreciation to everybody here. Love hanging out with you guys. It's really awesome. We've had 236 people total. So you guys are still the best, as per the usual. Hope you're having a great Saturday. Hope you're watching some fun college football and NFL football from all around everywhere that we got going on right now. What's going on actually in that Ole Miss game? We got a lot of football games on today, college and NFL. Let's take a look. They are dominating Tulane. Surprise, surprise. How exciting is that? Not exciting at all is the answer. I almost think it'd be fun to have all the smaller conference teams in college football have their own playoff. That would be fun because they're just going to get pounded by the top power teams. I mean, it's just going to happen every time usually. 1st and 10 for the Washington Commanders. They have the ball at the 33 right now. They're going to try their best to take the lead back or make this game a 1-point game. A throw deep downfield to 17 McLaurin, and he is going to make this grab one-on-one downfield. What a catch for McLaurin. That is a big first down. That's going to go all the way across the field into Eagles territory. What a play. What a catch. What a throw. Mariota put that one just barely, just an inch or two underneath. Threw that one just a little bit short. What a grab. All right, 1st and 10 again for the Commanders. They're going to hand off quickly to Krosky Merritt. He's going to get 2 yards on this play, and it will be 2nd and 8 for the Commanders. Deep inside Eagles territory suddenly. That was why they wanted to give him that contract. That's why he was holding out. He can make those catches. 2nd and 8. Mariota going to move the running back in motion. This is probably a design play. No, it's to Debo, actually. Debo's got a first down to the 15. He's stiff and armored out to the 11, and that's where he will go down. What a play by Debo. Debo Samuel with a good play. Many blockers in front of him, and they're going to get that to a first down for the Commanders from the 11-yard line. A little slip screen, but the guy who was the slip screen did not get the grab. There were multiple people he could have screened that pass to, so maybe that's a design that multiple people are on the screen pass there, and it gives you options to throw to. 7 minutes and 15 seconds left in the second quarter. This is going to be a handoff to Merritt, who is going to get about 6 or 7 on this play and pound his way forward. Late hit on an Eagles player. There's no flag on the field, though. No flag down at all. Oh, man. Commanders trying to take the lead here. We might have a better game than anticipated here. We're just going to cross our fingers and hope that we keep a nice, strong stream so that all you guys can enjoy watching the stream here today with me. All right, 2nd and 3. Mariota going to hand this ball off. Looking for room. He may lose a lot of yards. He fights his way back to the 5. That's going to be a loss of 1 all told. And it's going to be a 3rd down for the Commanders. 3rd and 4 from the 5-yard line for the Commanders. Time is at about 6 minutes 15 left in the first half right now. Eagles hold a small lead. As you can probably see by my flipboard, it is correct currently. Eagles are blue, Commanders are orange. 6 minutes Waiting for the snap by Mariota in the gun. Going to hand this ball off from the gun, and it's going to be a first down right at the 1 yard line. Merritt reaches, and he's going to get it. If they're going to do the measurement, I don't know, but I think he's going to get this one. Yeah, enough for a Washington first down, they're saying. That's a first down for Washington at the 1 yard line. That is the only spot they could have gotten a first down on. It was either a fourth down or a touchdown from that spot. And they went to the 1 yard line they had to go to in between those two spots for the first down. It is going to be first and goal for the Commanders. The ref looks like he might need to adjust the play clock or game clock. Waiting for his announcement right now. There may be a review by Sirianni. They're saying after assist, the runner was short of the line to gain. This is the second time today that I have disagreed based on my initial viewing. But we're going to take a look now and see if he's actually short. All right, I don't believe it, but I think we should just go for this anyways. If you're a Commanders fan, I think you're rooting for them to go for it right now. 4th and 1, pound this ball forward. You're at the 2. It's anything or bust, really. You have a 4-10 season. Be aggressive. Don't screw yourself out of wins. But in this situation, I think try to pound it forward, get that first down. Looks like they're going to try that right here. Let's see if they try to make him jump off. They're already all set with 18 seconds left, and there is a challenge flag down on the field. Quinn is going to challenge this play call. Challenging the ruling that the runner was short of the line to gain. Okay, interesting call here. Wow. Yeah, Lane, I heard about that. That's really horrible news. Greg Biffle was my dad's favorite NASCAR driver, and he was a really good guy. Really sad to hear that he passed away with his family, and he had his son and daughter as well. It's really sad when he passed away, you know. And his wife, obviously, they're really good philanthropists, really good people. But it even makes it more sad knowing that his family, like his whole family, was on the plane. Like, imagine, I don't want to be depressing here, but just real quickly, I'll harp on, like, imagine like you're going to die, and then you know that your whole family is going to die too. It makes it so much worse. It's one thing if you know you're going to die, but if you know your whole family's on the plane too, like, rough stuff, man. Roman Atwood had supper with them not that long ago too. Yeah, I mean, Greg Biffle, he was doing things all over the place, talking to everybody, helping people all over the place. He was a good guy, really was. Big loss. Why is it always that the good people got to go like that? That's what I wonder. We're on commercial break right now. There's the challenge happening right now. I was like, what are we doing at the moment in this game? Challenge for if they got a first down on that third down run by Merritt where he reached. The replay assist said he was short, though, so I'm really not thinking that they're going to give him a first down after the replay assist itself already told you that they're thinking it's short. I don't know why they would give a first down all of a sudden after a challenge. Iowa lost a NASCAR driver a couple weeks ago. Who did they lose? Who was that NASCAR driver? I haven't watched NASCAR in a while, but I used to live in Alabama, so I did watch NASCAR. I watched it while I was out there. I was a big Carl Edwards fan. You probably know who that is, if you know who Greg Biffle is. All right, just hoping that the buffer does not happen anymore on the stream, hoping that we stay strong on our stream. We got 7 people hanging out with us right now. And we're waiting for commercials to come back. We have a couple new subscribers to speak of right now. If you are a public subscriber, I will give you a shout out. Let's just take a look. If I can see it, at least, I'll be able to give a shout out. Looks like we're going to have a couple more to 798 any minute now. So really appreciate that, guys. If you love the NFL, this is the channel for you. This is the NFL channel that I've created 3 months ago. And so far, we are growing like wildfire. Happy to have you here. If you do subscribe, let me know in the comments. That's a definite way for me to shout you out. I will shout you out. 5 minutes, and they are going to get 4th and 1. They're going to go for this one, and they're going to get the first down at least. They're marking short of a goal of the goal line, but they are going to give them a first down, 1st and goal for Washington. And yeah, that looks like it is short that time from the goal line, but that is a first down. So now they got it themselves. They did call this play short originally, then made it 4th and 1, but they got it anyway. No big deal. Washington 1 yard away from taking the lead back. A Nate. And is it a Nate, the Iowa NASCAR driver? Dang. I wonder, is NASCAR still on right now? Okay, 1st and goal, handoff to the goal line. Did he get into the end zone? It looks like they're marking him short right now. Yeah, NASCAR at the moment, is it still going on, the Cup Series? Are they still doing their championship races and stuff like that, or is it already over? Because I'm sure they're going to do an awesome tribute to him and everything. They'll probably do an awesome tribute to both of them. It was over August. Sorry, see, that shows you how I wasn't following it. But when it comes back, you guarantee that on the first race of the season, if it's still Daytona, they're definitely going to do a big tribute to Greg Biffle and anybody else. Definitely at least Greg Biffle, though. Looks like we're going to get another goal line stand. Is the offensive line going to push him in on 2nd and goal? Did the refs blow the whistle to keep there from being a touchdown on 2nd and goal? It looked like he was being held at the goal line. That was a touchdown because he fell backwards into the end zone. The refs are now signaling for a touchdown for the Commanders right now. But at the same time, for a split second there, it looked like there maybe had a whistle blow before he fell into the end zone, which would have stopped the play dead. Really glad they're calling it a touchdown now, though. Packers lost longtime reporter. Was he young? There's a difference if they had a good, long, happy life and if they were young. It's always sad. But if they lived a good, long, full life, then at least they got to do that. It's always sad when someone is young and passes away. It's even more sad that way, especially if, they're a well-known good person. All right, we're going to get to flip the board here. Washington Commanders take a 9-7 lead. Waiting for that kick to make sure if it's going to be 10 or 9. Kick is up straight down the middle. Woo! Literally directly down the middle of the upright. That's going to make it 10-7. And the Commanders back out in front right now. Wow. All right. Good for them. They are moving this football. The Eagles are having trouble against everyone they're playing against right now, and they are going to head to the commercial break with the deficit of 3. What's up, KC? How's it going? No, you don't have to be sorry you're late. Don't worry about it, bro. I'm sure you're watching that charity stream on Tom Grassi's channel a little bit too. They've already hit their goal. I think his goal was like $30,000 or something, or $25,000, and they were literally in the first quarter, halfway through the first quarter, when I first got into my stream, because I didn't even know there was a game today, but I just made it real quick, hopped in, and by the time I had hopped in like 10 minutes late to the game, his stream had already hit the $25,000 goal, got to $31,000 on his stream for charity, and that's just awesome. Love that. Domestic violence. Oh my goodness. Let me look this up. We're on commercial break right now, guys, so just hang out with me. We don't have a break here. Oh, there it is. There's the 2 new subscribers. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Appreciate the new subs. We're going to hit 800 today, I feel like. During this game, probably. Let's see. Packers reporter. Is it a sideline reporter? Yeah, there it is. How long was she the reporter? Domestic violence. Man. Hoover, Alabama. Oh, this is Hoover, Alabama news. A former sports reporter in Alabama was found dead in an apparent murder-suicide, according to authorities. Around 9 a.m. Tuesday, 2 people were found unresponsive by a family member in their home on the 700 block in Hoover, a suburb of Birmingham. Wait a minute. This is beloved sports reporter. Not sure if it's the correct one, though. It does say 4 days ago. Hoover, Alabama, and they're a Packers reporter? Christina Chambers, former WBRC6 sports reporter, and her husband. Okay. Yeah, that's a bummer. I have a personal history with my people in my family and domestic violence, so I have no place in my heart for someone committing domestic violence on somebody. I have a pretty short temper for that stuff, so that really sucks. Hate that stuff. Um, Back from commercial break right now. Commanders trying to pull off an upset here today. 10-7 lead right now. We're really close to halftime. The Eagles looked like they wanted to kneel the ball down in the end zone on the kickoff. It looked like the other kick returner was signaling for him to kneel it down. He did not do that. He carried it out, and he only gets to about the 19-yard line. Eagles in really rough position. It's not the worst position at the 19, but it's pretty rough position to start their drive when he could have kneeled it down and been in better position. His momentum just took him out of the end zone, and he had to carry it out. Come on, Washington, give you some hope, please. Yeah, you need Washington to win if you're a Cowboys fan. That is the only chance you have to keep yourself alive, is if Washington can upset the Eagles, because you have to win the NFC East, right? Or sneak into a wild card. I mean, I guess it's sneaking into a wild card. I'm a little confused on the Cowboys' path, but I do know the Commanders need to win. 5-yard gain for Barkley on first down. It's going to be 2nd and 5 roughly. It's 3.5 minutes left in the second. Time is ticking. The Eagles do move really slowly with the football, though, so they may try to run the rest of the second quarter out right here, right now. Packers need to shut down the Bears with Lions win to stay in. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the NFC, honestly, a little more competitive, I feel like, this year. Brown's going to make this catch for a first down on 2nd and 5. First down, Eagles moving the football. 3 minutes left, out of bounds, so the clock will stop shortly, and then it will start ticking again. Yeah, that Packers-Bears game is probably going to be really good. I'm probably going to have to stream that as well, because I can't not stream that game. That's going to be an awesome one. I don't want to have another situation where I don't stream the Seahawks and Rams, and it's the best game of the year. That would have been a fun game to talk about. We would have had a bunch of people hanging out with us, too. That would have been great. It's always so fun to have a bunch of people in the stream. Hurts going to hand this ball off to who else but Barkley for about a 7-yard gain. They were moving the ball. They've been moving the ball with relative ease today. But surprisingly losing right now to the Commanders. I was not expecting this outcome right now. 2-minute warning coming up. Probably one more play. They don't have to run another play. Eagles can let this tick down to the 2-minute warning if they would like. They may very well let that happen. It looks like they're just going to stand there and let that 2-minute warning happen. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, they're going to let it happen. 2-minute warning will take them to a commercial break, though. Let's run through our stats for this game at the 2-minute warning, just to give us something to talk about at the moment. Because we got through all the sad news about the NASCAR driver, that sports reporter, and we would like to, let's talk about some stats now. Let's talk about some football. Jalen Hurts, 8 of 12 for 88 yards and a touchdown. Passer rating of 116 so far. Saquon Barkley, 9 carries, 40 yards. He is the leading rusher for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts right behind him, though, trying to rush for more than him with 3 carries and 33 yards with that 116-yard rush. A.J. Brown is the leading receiver. Him and Devontae Smith, the only 2 people with receptions on the Eagles. 4 catches for each of them. 62 yards for A.J. Brown, 26 for Devonta Smith. So A.J. Brown, a lot of the catch and runs. That 24-yard catch was basically like, I don't know, most of his yards have been run after catch. So he's been doing a great job. Simple routes, very effective. Commanders' Marcus Mariota, 6 of 10 for 71 yards, had 1 really good pass completion out to, I believe it was Terry McLaurin, way downfield that got them into Eagles territory on that touchdown drive. He has 71 yards, been sacked 1 time, no touchdowns, no INT, rating of 81.7. Chris Rodriguez Jr. is the leading rusher right now for the Commanders. Actually, he's tied with Krosky Merritt, both with 25 yards. Rodriguez has done it in 6 carries. Merritt has had 8 carries, so a little bit more efficient, slightly for Rodriguez so far in the game. His long rush was 7 yards. Merritt's longest rush was 13. Jeremy McNichols, 1 carry for 3 yards. That's all he's done today. He's kind of the third option, though, more of a pass back, in my opinion. Terry McLaurin has 3 catches for 53 yards. He's the leading receiver for the Commanders right now. Deebo Samuel has 2 catches for 15 yards. He's in second place on the team. Only one other guy who's got a catch is McNichols. 1 catch for 3 yards so far. Terry McLaurin on that big catch got 40 yards. That was a big completion. That's literally more than half of Mariota's passing yards so far. They're going to need more of that on their ensuing drives to keep the lead. Let's see. No sacks here for Commanders. 1 sack. Brandon Graham has the 1 sack in the game, and that was on Mariota. Team stats right now. Actually, we'll hop back into the game because it's back. We got 2 minutes left in this first half. We're going to go ahead and take a look, see what the Eagles are going to do here. All right, I will go through the chat and catch up on it real quickly here once we get to halftime. So go ahead and put whatever you want into the chat while we're waiting. Hurts going to throw on. First down for Brown to the 45. That's a first down for the Eagles. They're moving the football. They're at the 45 of their own 45. They're 5 yards from the 50. Minute 40 left. They move really slow. Like, I don't know why they're moving so slow right now. Specifically at this moment, should be a little bit more urgent. Probably 2-minute drill it, at least 4-minute drill. Be a little more urgent than you're being right now. 1:30, that's when they're going to snap the ball. Hurts is looking to throw. He's going to avoid some sacks and run it himself and slide down for just a couple yards. 1:20, and we're just walking back to the line again. There's teams in the NFL that just really don't show urgency when they need to be moving the ball a little bit faster, and this is a situation where you should be moving the ball a little quicker here or using a timeout if you need to. There's a minute left already. They burned 20 seconds just running up a new play there. 2nd and 7. Hurts looks to throw. He will complete this. It will be completed for, looks like a first down, right at the marker. That's going to cross 50-yard line into Washington territory. We're about at the 45 right now. 145 to the other 45 on that first down. 40 seconds left in the second quarter. Still kind of taking 20 seconds per play. Hurts is going to throw. Completes this to Brown as well. He's going to get out of bounds after about a 7-yard gain. 35 seconds left. It'll be 2nd and 3. And now that would be the 37 roughly where we're at right now. Just based on what I'm looking at on the field. Because AJ ran out of bounds, that will stop the clock at 35 seconds. So the clock is not ticking, so now they can take their time all they want. The clock's not moving. They still have 2 timeouts, but, wonder if they're going to burn those, when they're going to use them, or if they'll use them at all. Because it seems like so far they're kind of chilling. 3 seconds on the play clock. Hurts in the shotgun, takes the snap, looking to throw. He's got Brown wide open for a first down, but he fumbles the football. He's going to pick up his own fumble, and he is running stiff-armed, and that's going to be officially ruled as a sack, about a 6-yard loss. That's a big loss, knocking him out of field goal range probably as well at the moment. It's going to be about 3rd and 10 or 3rd and 11 for the Eagles after that. Wild play. The first rusher into the quarterback hit him in right where he was holding the ball. It slips out. He runs and picks it up and then tries to stiff arm the second guy. Isn't able to get away from him. And that is a big time sack for the Commanders. Can they keep this from being any points for the Eagles? Can they keep the lead into the halftime? We're about to find out. It's 3rd down. Let's see what we're going to do. 25 seconds left in the quarter. 1 timeout for each team. Eagles had to burn their 2nd timeout after that last play. It is actually 3rd and 8. I was a couple yards off. All right, just waiting for the play call. Jake Elliott looking to line up a possible field goal opportunity depending on what happens here. Still on the edge of his range. Yeah, literally on the exact edge of his range right now. 3rd and 8. Hurts gets the snap. Going to throw quickly to Brown. Brown makes the completion to the 39. That's going to be 4th down. And now Washington's going to burn their last timeout with 18 seconds left. 4th and 4. And so the Eagles may want, I'm not sure what they're going to do here. I'm thinking they're going to kick, but Washington for some reason wants the ball back with about 15 seconds left. Not sure what you're going to do with 15 seconds left, but I guess why not go for it? All right, let's see here. Let's see. If Green Bay win today against the Bears, I am done with wild card race. I need this division is my only hope. Steve, it will help. The cow. Let's see. I'm sorry, I can't read. I never learned how to graduate from elementary school. Steve, it will help the Cowboys out too. Colts have Grandpa Rivers playing for them. Yeah, they do. They do. All right, 4th and 4, and the Eagles are actually going to go for this now after the Commanders timeout. So the Commanders called the timeout. Eagles going for it on 4th and 4. Are they going to snap this football? They keep doing April Fool's jokes on us here. They were just clearly trying to make them snap, jump offside, and now they're going to burn their third timeout. And this last 18 seconds of the second quarter is taking an eternity, ladies and gentlemen. We got 18 seconds left in the second. We are trying our best to see what's going to happen. But my goodness, we've had 2 timeouts now since the last play was snapped. And now Jake Elliott is running out. We're going to see if we can kick one from the logo and tie this game up before halftime. It is a 57-yarder. Yeah, 57-yarder. That's a long one. Elliott can make it. He's 4 of 7 from 50-plus yards this season. 57-yarder is up. And it curves left. He is going to miss it wide left. That is 2 times today that Elliott is going to miss the kick. 2 for 2 on misses. There is a flag down on the field on Washington right now. Lined up in the neutral zone. You had one job. Don't line up in the neutral zone. That is a horrible penalty. You are an NFL player. What are you doing in the neutral zone on a 57-yard field goal at the end of the half? I know you're trying to block it. I get it, but you can't do that. That's a first down, or at the minimum, another kick for Elliott, and now you might cost your team 3 points. We might have a tie game here in the half now. What a crazy turn of events in the last 5 minutes of game time, which has taken about 10 minutes of real time to 15. All right, Hurts is back out on the field with the Eagles. The Commanders call a timeout and then commit a penalty on the kick, and that now has given life to the Eagles to possibly get points here before halftime. Sorry, Cowboys fans. Throw is incomplete to the left side. It's going to be 9 seconds left, 2nd and 10, and you think you might get one more play before you bring Jake Elliott back out there to attempt another kick. Yeah, so I think he just jumped early is what they're showing. But it is really close. It seems like a bit of a ticky-tack foul, but you still can't give him enough leeway for that. You can't commit that penalty. All right, kick is up this time. He's going to miss left again. They went for the kick again, and it is a 3rd miss for Elliott. Only 2nd credited miss on the game. My goodness, it is staying 10-7. Jake Elliott has missed 3 kicks today. The last one didn't count because of the flag, but this 3 total misses, 2 counted on the day. But he's missed all 3 of these kicks to the wide left side by about a foot or 2. Man, they were trying their best to give him 3 points on that. 3 for 3 misses, Lane. Yeah, you're right. 3 for 3. I'm more so rooting for Washington. I'm kind of a Cliff Kingsbury guy. I like Cliff Kingsbury. So, I kind of want to see him. I like his offensive schemes. I don't want him to keep getting fired everywhere he goes. All of us need to buy a lottery ticket. The Eagles are going to be looking for a new kicker during halftime. Man, kickers have been rough this year. Been hard to find a good kicker. All right, headed to halftime, I believe. Yeah. 10-7 at halftime. Commanders have the lead. If you took the money line on the Commanders for the first half, congratulations, because you're probably not. You probably didn't. I'm just going to say that. No one probably did that. But man, what a first half. Honestly, surprisingly good first half. I'm a little bit shocked at the fact that the Commanders are winning right now. But we are at halftime. Right now, Tulane is getting beat down by Ole Miss. Let's just check in on that score again. 34-3. So you're telling me there's a chance. I think it was a little bit of a nod to the Tulane Green Wave. But we're at halftime right now. We'll talk about some other football happening. And since it is college football day, we'll talk about college football because there's no other NFL to talk about right now. The Tulane Green Wave only have 3 points, and the Ole Miss Rebels have 34 points. Man, that's about what everyone expected, but I was hoping for a little bit more of an exciting game there. Then the game tonight, James Madison and Oregon. Maybe James Madison can put up a better fight against Oregon than freaking Tulane's doing right now with Ole Miss. I feel like Ole Miss is a little better than Oregon, so maybe we'll have a closer game tonight. James Madison isn't bad. They definitely made the playoff for a reason. Why don't the Eagles hire substitute teacher as the kicker like the Packers did, and later they released him when the main kicker came back? Yeah, Halversick. I remember his name. Old Packers kicker Halversick. He was there for like a week or two when the kicker was hurt. And no one signed him after that for some reason. I think he came back and then missed a kick or two. Lucas Halversick. Is he on a team right now? Nope, doesn't look like it. The Wikipedia will update automatically, right? Right? It says for the Green Bay Packers, he played for the Arizona Wildcats in college. That guy's a pretty good kicker. He nailed a long one, too. That guy is pretty damn good. I would love for, a team that's struggling as a kicker to go get him. There's a lot of, kicking problems all around the league this year. So go grab a guy like him. It could be the difference. People who disrespect the kicking position in the NFL have literally no clue. The kicking position is one of the most important, if not the most important position in so many aspects of the game. Like if you don't have a good kicker, you go from winning so many games to losing so many games. Right now, the Eagles might find that out today. The Eagles may find that out in this game. We got 2 more quarters to see. Yeah, he has that field goal record for the Eagles. It was like a 63-yarder or something. Imagine being a substitute teacher and then getting the 61-yard field goal to be the record holder for the Packers. And then you go back to substitute teach. What a legend. What an absolute legend. The Halversick. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. They're confirming Eagles win the division today if they win. Who do the Eagles play the rest of the season? They got the Bills, then they got the Commanders again. Similar to the Buccaneers. They go Panthers, someone else Panthers. Kind of weird to have a matchup within 3 weeks of each other like that. Not sure what happened with some of these teams with the scheduling. We just went ahead and put everybody right next to, like a few teams right next to each other in the schedule. You have 17 games. You can spread it out a little bit. He's a millionaire too? A substitute teacher who's a millionaire? That's unheard of. That might be the more surprising part here. Good for him. I might make a video specifically about kickers and how important they are. I think that would be something important to do. I feel like they get unnecessary disrespect. Even though, if you have a bad one, it's rough. We saw in college some kickers who will not be in the NFL. Like Packers, Bears, Broncos, Bears. $500K to $1 million per game. That's crazy. All right, let's take a look at the really great Thursday game that happened. Seahawks and Rams. This was just an insane game from start to finish. I can't even still believe that it happened. I was beside myself watching it. Matthew Stafford had 49 pass attempts. Oh my goodness. And he had 29 completions out of those. 457 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and to do that with no interceptions. And then Kyron Williams had 70 yards rushing. Puka Nacua went off 225 yards with 12 receptions and 2 touchdowns. What an absolute crazy game for him. Everyone else way behind him on the stat line for the Rams. And then Sam Darnold had 270 yards passing, which is still a fantastic game. It was 200 yards less than Matthew Stafford on the other side. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, was sacked 4 times. Had a harder time because of the sacks, whereas Stafford was sacked 0 times. Kenneth Walker had 100 yards on the ground on 11 carries. So that's a really good average yards per carry. Average 9.1 yards per carry. That's top notch. And Smith and Jigba had 8 catches for 96 yards, but the receivers for the I keep saying Eagles. Oh boy, excuse me. Seahawks had a lot more spread out success between their receivers. Rams went Nacua the whole game. Nakua's had a crazy week. Did you hear his brother stole an NBA player's car? Move the Bears to North Dakota. It would be cold. Just like Chicago is right now, I guess. All right, looks like they're going to do one more commercial break, and we may be time for the second half. So right now, we're just hanging out. Let's see what the stream is at for Tom Grossi, see how much money they've made. I'm just going to hop in on that stream real quick and look at it. 5.8 thousand people watching him. I'm going to hop in and mute it real quick. I don't want your ad. Get out of here. What's his donation thing at? Where was I able to see it so easily earlier? So many people donating. There's $5, $5, $20. Who are the 23 people who have disliked Tom Grossi's stream? What jackholes have disliked Tom Grossi of all people? One of the nicest guys. What are they doing? Who do they think they are? I'll go in there. I'll punch them. I'll poke them in the eye. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much. I have no idea how much money they've gotten, but they've gotten way over the goal on the stream today. So that's awesome for them. The Alaska Bears. They could be the Alaska Polar Bears. I think there's polar bears in the north of Alaska. I'm not 100% sure about that. I think the whole state of Illinois would be shook if they lost their bears. The Bears have been there for so long. The Bears are such a legendary team as far as like fan base. They have a ton of like 1985 defense. At least in my head, I look at them as like a team who used to be good. They haven't been good a long time when I've been alive, but they used to be really good. I also remember it was like 07 or 08. They went to the Super Bowl against, I think they lost that one to Peyton Manning and the Colts. But yeah, they'd be shook if they lost their Bears. They've got the game preview up. What are tickets going for in Chicago today? Wow, lowest price $409. No thanks. I'll stay at home. What are the best seats going for right now in Chicago? 1,111. That's a 50-yard line seat. I think that I would rather stay home where I could get a snack whenever I want, go to the bathroom whenever I want, have a really good view of the game nonstop on the TV. Sounds good to me. Other than spending $400 for nosebleeds in really cold Chicago weather. But, you know, going to NFL games is pretty fun every once in a while. It's just really expensive. NFL scores. All right. This half will be starting shortly. We'll be into it soon enough here. No one can afford to go to a game now. The owners have priced us out. Yeah, it's pretty much happening for everything. Same thing for WWE. Even a normal event for wrestling is really hard to go to. It's like, especially a pay-per-view or something, don't even try. It's so expensive. Chicago cares about the Bulls and Blackhawks and Cubs and White Sox and their colleges. Do they care about the White Sox? Do they really care about the White Sox? I know they care about the other three you said, but I don't know about the White Sox. It seems like they kind of kicked them to the curb. I don't know. There was a Saturday. Yeah, I didn't know there was a Saturday game either, Casey, until about 10 minutes after the game started. And then I quickly made a thumbnail and hopped on. I thought, why not? More than the Bears. Okay. I don't know. I don't know anything about Chicago sports or what's going on with like how much the city values each team. But what I do know is that I thought the Bears were valued more than that. I know that like the Cubs are probably the biggest team in the area. You got the Bulls, and then I thought it would be the Bears. But then you got, I mean, Blackhawks, I thought were kind of a little lower, but they've had so much success that maybe they are higher, and I didn't know it. You're passing to a Rockies game against the Cardinals this last spring, and we spent over $300 and didn't even buy a beer. You did that much at a Rockies game. That's crazy. If you wait for the Rockies to start really proving that they suck again every year, I live out near the Rockies. So if you wait for them to prove that they're awful again, you can then go to a game for relatively cheap if you don't get too much food or beer. You can go to a game for a pretty good price. I went to a couple Diamondbacks games over at Coors Field last year. But, everything's just so expensive. But, that's the only way you can go to a sporting event if it's like a bad baseball team, because there's so many games that it makes it cheaper if like people aren't buying tickets a specific day that you go. But yeah, I could see it being really expensive depending on who's in town. For WWE Raw on your 18th birthday, that was a long ass time ago though. Chicago Mayor don't want the Bears. Hey, wrestling, Casey, used to probably be better back when you went to see it. Chicago Mayor don't want the Bears in the city. Sounds like it from what I've been hearing. You wanted to see the Cardinals. Yeah, I get you. I like the St. Louis Cardinals. I really miss, I know Paul Goldschmidt's not on there anymore, but the Cardinals stole Paul Goldschmidt from me, or the Diamondbacks just gave him away back in 2017. Hello, watching Tom's charity stream as well as yours right now. Thank you, Leif. Remembered how to pronounce your name. You're welcome, dude. See, I do remember names sometimes. I think the first time I called you Leaf. I'm not sure why I called you Leaf. I know it looks like that, but it is Leif. Leif is what you said. Yeah, during halftime, there wasn't too much to talk about. So we've had about 10 people chilling with us the whole game, though. So really appreciate everybody coming in, hanging out. We've gained 3 subs during the stream as well. And it's not from views, because we haven't been getting views except for on the stream, because the videos have died down a little bit. So I appreciate everyone who subscribed during the stream. Okay, we are back in football time now. Football time in the third quarter here in Washington. A big time catch for Burks to start the drive for Washington, and they're all the way at the logo already on the first play for a first down. They're going to snap quickly. They're at the 44 of the Eagles already. Can the Eagles get beat again? Let's get a drink. I get that all the time, so I'm used to my name getting mispronounced. I'm used to my name getting mispronounced too. My last name's Askew, Askew, Askew is how it's pronounced, like ask you a question. But everyone says askew, like an askew line. So my name gets mispronounced all the time too, my last name at least. And I get called Brian a lot with a B. Brian. I'm not Brian. I'm Ryan, but I'll answer to either. 14-23 handoff, actually fake handoff. Going to throw quickly out to Debo, incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 10. All right, 3rd and 10. At the very beginning of the 3rd quarter here, just getting started in it. Can the Commanders get points on the board? They're probably not in field goal range yet. Mariota looking to throw. Can he find anyone open? Dodging many people who are trying to sack him. Going to throw this ball downfield, but it's not going to matter. That's a holding call. All right, well, let's see what the flag is. There you go. Holding offense. This will be declined, and there'll probably be a punt trying to pin them back deep. They are at the 45-yard line of the Eagles. That would be like a 63-yarder. That's a little too far. Let's go Commanders. I'm right. I'm with you there. I'm right there with you. I'm rooting for the Commanders in this one more so. Not only do I like rooting for underdogs most of the time, but I really don't like Philadelphia teams very much. 76ers, the Eagles, the Phillies, their fans, man, really just get under my skin a lot of the time. Not saying there's not nice ones out there, but just my average experience with Philadelphia fans. But I don't mind the Flyers in hockey. I don't mind the Flyers. We're on commercial break right now. Not missing anything at all. I don't mind the Flyers, I guess. I love their mascot, Gritty. That guy's hilarious. You consulted with him and you're rooting for the Commanders? Awesome. Did you want to root for the Commanders yourself, or was he like, "No, we're rooting for the Commanders. No Philadelphia teams"? Or did you decide yourself? You were like, "No, going Commanders all the way"? Yeah, if it weren't for Tom Grossi, I would not have known that this game was on at all because I saw his donation annual charity stream. I think it's for like some sort of house that helps feed homeless people or starving people, people who are in need of food. That's the charity they're going with today for the annual stream. And he smashed the goal already out of the water, which is amazing. But I didn't know. I looked at that. I was like, oh, that's nice. He's doing that stream, but he should do it during a football game so he can actually get more people to watch. And I was like, wait, is there a football game today? And I looked, and then I was like, wait a minute. A football game starts in 4 minutes. And I ran right in here. My wife was like, you go get him, honey. And I ran in here and I turned on my stream. And the rest, they say, is history. And then my internet connection went out twice during the stream. So then I lost like 9 viewers. 9 of my friends left the stream. And I've had to rebuild the viewer count back up to 7 right now, which is awesome. Having 7 or 8 of you here with us. If they say we're rooting for the Commanders, then that's what's happening. Otherwise, I just hope everyone has fun. Okay, cool. Phillie Phanatic. Phillie Phanatic is a great mascot too. Phillie Phanatic. Yeah. Yeah, Phillie Phanatic. Also Gritty. I think Gritty's my favorite though, but Phillie Phanatic, I love when he does the little thing with his belly and hits the belly in the air. Any mascot that can hit their big belly in the air is a winner mascot to me. My frustration towards the fan base of some Philadelphia teams does not go towards the mascot, who are always fun and hilarious. They're showing Mariota going into the blue tent. This guy can't catch a break this year. Blue tent even collapsed on him. This guy can't get out of his own way. Getting hurt all these quarterbacks getting dinged up on Washington. Who's their third guy? All right, handoff to Barkley. Going to go for about 5 to start their drive. Going to be 2nd and 5. 13 and a half minutes roughly in the 3rd quarter. Eagles just move the ball so slowly, man. I just can't stand watching this freaking football team. Just being straight serious with you guys. No hate against you if you like the Eagles. I can't stand watching this football team. They move so slow. Like every play takes 40 seconds. They got to figure out what they're doing. They wait till 1 second's on the play clock, and then they snap the ball again. 2nd and 5 for the Philadelphia Eagles. Hurts under center. Going to fake the handoff. He's going to look to throw. Throws this out to Smith. It's caught. He's going to get a first down and a couple more. And then a little bit of a pat on the helmet, a little bit extracurricular activities after the play by the Commanders defender. That's a first down for the Eagles, and they're going to move this ball further downfield. Thank you, sir, for the update. I do see 12 people hanging out right now. Thank you guys for being here. We have a lot of fluctuation, though. It goes up and down, like give or take 5 or so viewers ever since we got rated. So pretty awesome. We usually kind of hover around an average. Pass completed to Goddard for 8 yards on first down. Going to make it 2nd and 2. We're almost to midfield already for the Eagles. I'll usually hover around like 7 or 8 viewers, and then the rest goes up and down, kind of variable, pretty aggressively. But there are always a few people who really like what they see, enjoy my hanging out with me, and enjoy my commentary, and then they will subscribe. We've had 3 today, so during the stream, so that's awesome. 2nd and 2. Hurts looking to throw. Going to quickly get this one out. It is completed, and that's going to be another first down for the Eagles. They're almost to midfield. I think that was the first catch for Dotson today. Number 2, is that Dotson? It might be. Jahan Dotson. I think that might be number 2. Yeah, it is. I was correct. How about that? I'm usually wrong on my guess with the random numbers, but I got that one right. They are so slow, Minimal. Dude, so slow. 1st and 10, another completion. This is Smith. Forward progress will probably give him a first down. If I was to be a betting man, I'm thinking they're going to give him a first down on the forward progress. When the Packers don't play, I usually put you or Tom on my phone while I play GTA Online PS4 version on the PS5. That was a mouthful. While you play GTA Online PS4 version on the PS5. I'll try to say that 10 times fast. PS4 version on the PS5. Mariota's going into the back. That is a horrible sign for the Commanders and anybody who needs them to win today, because they have the 3rd string quarterback going to now have to go out there, and I have no clue who that is. We'll have to look that up during the break before we go back to Commanders having the ball. Handoff Barkley on 2nd down. This is an even bigger drive now for the Commanders to get a stop. That's going to be another first down for the Eagles out to the 45, moving the ball into enemy territory. This is a big drive. If you hold them to 3 and you still have a tie game, did I miss? Am I doing a bad job on the scoreboard? No, we're still 10-7. If they tie this game up, all of a sudden you're in bad shape. Like you don't know, you can't guarantee how many more points you're going to get in this game if you're the Commanders. Hurts looking to throw 1st and 10. He's going to scramble away. They're at the 41, but he is right now probably going to have to throw this ball away, and he will do so. Live to play another down. It's going to be 2nd and 10 here for the Eagles. Imagine Hurts getting hurt. Would he? Yeah. Let's see. He would be Jalen Hurts, legitimately. Yeah, that's funny. I was trying to get what you're saying. I was like, wait a minute. What is he saying? All right. We're looking up the Washington. While we're waiting for the 2nd down play, we're going to look up Washington Commanders QB depth chart. I usually know the backups for every team, but the 3rd string, I only know a few of those. All right, Hurts taking this one on 3rd down. He's going to get met at the line of scrimmage and thrown to the ground. Absolutely nothing on that play. All right. Interesting play call. Quarterback draw on 3rd and 10. Did not work out very well. Wait, no, it is 3rd down now. I could have sworn I saw 3rd on the last play. Sorry, guys. It is now 3rd down. No gain for Hurts on that play. So now we have a 3rd and 10. Oh, no. Is it Josh Johnson? Oh, no. That's not good. He's not horrible, but he's like not good. Okay. Shipley's going to get about 3 on a screen pass, and it's going to be 4th and 7 for the Eagles. Let's see if they can kick a long one with Mr. Pull to the left today. Elliott, who has missed 3 kicks today, is going to not come out. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. But with the Eagles, they love bamboozling people, so very well could see them just fake it here again and try to get them to jump. Even if they jump, though, that's a 5-yard penalty, making it 4th and 2. They're probably going to actually go this time. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He snaps the ball at 1. As per the usual, looking to throw. Hurts going to chuck this ball way downfield, looking for A.J. Brown. That ball is intercepted. Luckily, he caught it out of bounds. The defender looked like he really wanted that interception, but had he caught the interception, it would have been a long punt inside the 6. Because he's out of bounds, they're going to go ahead and actually get the ball in better field position to start their next drive. But there's a penalty on the defense. Wait a minute. Is that a holding call on the defense for a first down for the Eagles? Oh my goodness, there's a holding call. Number 3 on Washington just gave the Eagles a free first down. You can't do that. There was no need for that. That's the second dumbest penalty the Washington's done today. That's the second time they've committed an incredibly dumb penalty. You just cannot do that. Well, there's a first down for the Eagles. They're moving so slow. We may be at the end of the third quarter before we get to see who the quarterback will be. Maybe Mariota will get completely checked and back out by the time the Eagles stop having the football, because they're just going to run this clock through the third quarter. I'll catch up with the chat if there's anything new at the commercial break, but right now, sticking with the game right now. Yeah, but it's Jaden Daniels, Marcus Mariota, and then Josh Johnson. That is literally the 3 guys. And then you got a practice squad guy named Sam Hartman. Let's look a little bit about Josh Johnson for the next commercial break before he hops in here. All right, looking to throw 2nd and 10. He's going to get it to Goddard. Goddard's going to fight his way down for 9 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 1. 7:50 left in the third quarter. 3rd and 1 Eagles. Moving the ball. The Washington Commanders bailed them out on this drive, and now they are trying to tie this game at least. Handoff Barkley. Going to get the first down. He only got 2, but that's enough for the first down. Knew where he needed to get to at least. I have no idea what to expect from Josh Johnson, but I don't think good things are going to come from it. He's 6'3", 214 pounds. 1st and 10 Eagles. Another handoff from the draw. From the gun. And that's a 1 yard maybe gain. Barkley not doing too many explosive plays. They're kind of holding him in check today. Is there career stats for Josh Johnson? Has he played in any games? He only had 3 attempts in 2024. He had 3 pass attempts in 2024. 6:30 left in the third quarter. Hurts looking to throw 2nd and 9. It's completed to Dotson, but he kind of runs backwards, and that might only be credited as a 1 yard gain since he was running backwards. Man, it's going to be like 3rd and 8 here. They have a chance to stop him again. This is a closer kick for Elliott. Definitely a makeable one for Elliott. There were 3 attempts for Josh Johnson in 2024. 2 pass attempts in 2022. So in the last about 1, 2, 3, 4 seasons, he's passed 5 total passes in a regular season game. So Washington's in bad shape if Mariota doesn't come back out. Hurts looking to throw. 3rd and 8. He's going to scramble out to his right, seeing if he can find anyone open. Throws it to the end zone. That is short of the feet of Smith, and Smith's looking for a flag. He's going to get it in the end zone. That's going to be either a holding or a pass interference in the end zone. That's going to move the ball to the 1 yard line since it occurred in the end zone as well. And the Commanders are like, hey, you guys can't score on your own. How about we give you the score ourselves? We'll help you out. Here, come on, come score for us. Let's see what happens, what the call is, but I'm assuming that's what we got going on here. Okay. Whoa, we got a lot of chats. Let's check out the chats here. There's a lot of flags down. See what the calls are. Holding defense would have already been it's a decline penalty, would have already been a first down. Pass interference defense, though, in the end zone, so the ball will go with the 1. Yep, we called that one right up the middle correctly. That is going to be at the 1 yard line for a first down. And it's a bummer when you know a team that's such an underdog is actually beating a team that's way better than them, but then commits penalties like this and just continues to allow the team to stay on the field. There's a reason that bad teams are bad, and there's a reason that good teams are good. And that's one of the simple things about it. When you make mistakes like that constantly, you're one of the bad teams. That's why the Commanders are bad this year. Their penalties. Tush push here on first down. They're not going to get it on that play. It's going to be second down from the 1. The puns for Jalen Hurts are funny. Josh Johnson is the backup for the Commanders. Thank you, KC. You got it before I said it, probably. You're building Legos while you listen and watch. Love that. Love Legos. Ooh, so close. Come on. What was the first? I missed it. Refs are winning with the flags. Yeah, every flag is really a big deal right now. Every single one of them. I don't think this tush push got in either. On second and goal, it's going to be third and goal, but we have a flag. That's another false start penalty for the Eagles. False starts coming back to bite them on the tush push today. That's 2 tush pushes, 2 tush push penalties. False start. Offense. Thank you very much, Eagles. Move yourselves backwards. Washington doesn't have a quarterback, so yeah, that's not going to be good for them. Wow, that's going to be pretty nice, Casey. So a giant flower or something. That'll be nice, or a bunch of flower Legos. Don't tell me he's related to Lane Johnson. I don't know if he is. He's 39. Let me just look. I'll look up Josh Johnson's physicals again after this. We're going to have it up. I don't think he's 39. He might be 39. He played for the Ravens. Really good play. Oh, wow, he is 39. Holy crap, I did say that. He's 39 years old. Dude's old for an NFL player. All right, a handoff from the 6 yard line is going to go to about the 5 yard line, and he's not going to make it in. It is third and goal. Commanders defense trying their best. My Alexa just reminded me to be a garbage. I have no idea what that meant or what that notification was for. All right, 4 minutes left in the third quarter. We have a third and goal coming for the Eagles. No penalties, Washington. For the love of everything, get off the field. I think the Eagles have had the ball the entire third quarter, except for that very first drive for a couple minutes. They've had the whole third quarter. Their time of possession is probably through the roof. They just showed it. I didn't see it just in time, but we can always check time of possession on our own. Hurts looking to throw. Third down and goal. He's going to roll to the right again. There is a flag down. This is going to be on the Eagles probably, and that is a touchdown for the time being. I don't think it's going to count. It was Dotson who caught it in the end zone, but this is going to come back, and nobody's celebrating. They know it. Holding offense. Number 74. Wow, big penalty, takes off a touchdown. We've had both teams shooting themselves in the foot in this drive. Aaron Rodgers is 43 years old. Yeah. But he's a little bit better than Josh Johnson. But yes, very good of Josh Johnson to put away the cane and the walker and somehow make it to the game today. He's going to need to set it down on the sidelines and make his way to the field. He's probably also going to need to warm his arm up because he's thrown 5 passes in the last 3 or 4 football seasons. In a regular season appearance, at least. 3-3-3 left in the third quarter. We got threes wild in the third quarter. Hurts looking to throw 3rd and goal from the 15. He's going to throw this to the end zone. It's caught by Goddard. And somehow, after all of the chaos and everything that happened, the Eagles are still going to manage to get a touchdown on this drive. And that is a lead for the Eagles. And it's time to flip the scoreboard. It is currently 13-7. Let's see if Jake Elliott can make his extra point. I'm not going to flip it until he makes it because he has to earn it. He's been missing a lot today. Aaron is hanging on to glory days too tightly. Should have retired when he thought all was good. Luckily, he's in the Steelers organization where you can be old and manage to do decently, like Russell Wilson did decent last year when he's way past his prime as well. Russell Wilson should have retired a long time ago, but still looked decent with the Steelers. Everyone else, he's looked terrible. Oh, they got their 4th. Everyone ready? Flip it. All right, we flipped it. That was pretty exciting for me. Was that good for you guys? I've got Derek hiding behind my head, but I don't want him to take over the stream. I don't want him to take over the conversation in the stream. I want to talk about football today, not Derek. He's too popular. There's a fun little hat I was going to put on. There's a fun little mariachi hat I have over here. I was going to put on Steve, though. I was going to do that. Let me see. Let me show you the hat. It's right here. You know, honestly, that goes really well on the mic as long as you guys can still hear me. It's a fun little mariachi hat. Oh, crap. I did. I flipped it for the wrong team. Everyone ready? Unflip it. There we go. 10. All right. I want to show you the Josh Johnson stats real quick. We got to get the correct numbers up here first, though. There we go. Thank you, Loud Ninja. I miss details sometimes. My wife hates that part of me. I also sometimes will forget something the moment I'm headed out the door for it when I thought 2 seconds ago, be sure you don't forget this. And then I walk out the door 2 seconds later and I've completely forgot that item I needed. I'm like 15 minutes down the road and I'm like, oh, damn, I forgot the grocery list. Okay. We are back waiting for the kickoff. ADHD? Could be partially ADHD. I don't think I'm fully ADHD, but I do have tendencies. I definitely have tendencies. All right, Ole Miss dominated Tulane 41-10. Wow, what a good game. So glad that they had Tulane join the playoff. We'll see if James Madison can do anything against Oregon. You do that all the time. Maybe the wife should put the list in all the cars I own. Yeah, absolutely. Put like 7 lists and then take a picture of it, copy it, print it, put it on the doors, put it in the car. All right, here comes Josh Johnson, Mr. 58.1 pass completion, a career total of 2,297 yards, 13 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. He is 39 years young. He came here from Baltimore, and he is here to show everybody just how good he is. Everybody, please stand up for your one and your only. Acknowledge him, Josh Johnson. All right, that's the best hype he's going to get from anybody. All right, he's going to toss this one out to, looks like maybe McNichols, who's going to get a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 9, and they are going to probably hope that Mariota gets back out here because they look like they could possibly win this game up until just now. Oh, what did you say? What did you say, Lane? You said ADHD. Did you say OCD? Oh, I don't know what you said. Let me see. Flip it, 1420, dangerous. Yeah, geriatric ward. He's going to be the best quarterback in the geriatric ward. Okay, 2:46 left in the third quarter. Johnson looking to throw. The legend is going to spike this ball into the ground, and everyone's piling on top of it. Is this a fumble? Are they going to call it a fumble or an interception? It's recovered by the Eagles, but it has to be a pass. I don't know. He threw it. He literally spiked it into the ground. That's a pass. All right, so where's Marcus Mariota? We need an update on his status. Tiny hat, tiny hat. Yeah, we got a tiny hat here, guys. Come to this channel, you get a tiny hat on my stream while I do play-by-play. Right here, and I got another tiny hat too. That's not even the hat I was talking about originally, but we put this one on Nugget. That was really cool. All right, 2:41 left in the third quarter. It's 3rd and 9 for Washington, who has the legendary Josh Johnson in at quarterback right now. The one, the only, from the College of San Diego. All right, see what we can do on 3rd and 9. 3, 2, 1, snap is off. Looking to throw. He's going to throw this football. He completes it to Deebo Samuel out to the 45 to the 47. What a play. Deebo Samuel. And Josh Johnson has completed a pass. Woo! Yo, bro, are they really going to get you if you just turn the camera to the TV? Yes, you would be surprised. They would immediately copyright claim the stream and take it down. And I'm watching on my phone. They would absolutely immediately copyright claim it. There were channels that were blurring images that were in the corner. It was blurred. It was still getting taken down. There were images of about this big of a screen in any part of the thing, and it was getting caught by the AI, and the stream was getting taken down because of that. So yes, absolutely, if I show you any of the actual game, it will get taken down. Take one for the team, bro. I don't want my channel getting some sort of strike from the NFL. That's not, I don't want to do that. I just finally grew a little bit, barely growing like wildfire. Don't want to stop the momentum by YouTube thinking I'm being naughty. So I'm not taking one for the team there. You get to enjoy my awesome, amazing beanie and mariachi hat on my mic instead. All right, it's 1st and 15. They're showing Jaden Daniels in his hoodie on the sideline. Right now we have a receiver in motion, the great Josh Johnson on 1st and 15. Can he complete another pass? He's going to throw it. It is just incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver. That wasn't a bad throw, though. Thank you, Minimal. I really appreciate that. I wanted to say that, earlier today there were some commentators that were calling the game, and Al Michaels has really been boring on Thursday Night Football. I'm like, the YouTube football community is more exciting than the guys in the booth on most of these games. We need to get 2 of us up in the booth. What the heck are we waiting for? Get me up in the booth with Tom. Let's see what we can make happen. Actually, get Brandon Perna and Tom Grossi up in an NFL booth. See what happens there. New subscriber, welcome into the channel. We have a 2nd and 15 coming here for Josh Johnson and the Commanders. They're going to take the snap and hand it off to the left side. Going to get 1 yard spinning. That's all he's going to get, though. And it's going to be a 3rd and long for the Commanders. 1 minute left in the third quarter at the moment. Better than Tom Brady, dude. Tom Brady's the GOAT. But yeah, in the booth, maybe. I've heard a lot of criticism of him. Haven't heard too much of him. 3rd and 14, Josh Johnson, you got to throw this ball, legend. Let the legend throw the football, complete a pass downfield. Dude, yeah, I'll be the on-field reporter, Lane. Actually, that would be pretty stressful. I'll be the guy who says you have to score more points than the other team to win the game. All right, 40 seconds left in the third quarter. 3rd and 14, looking to throw. Can Josh Johnson find anyone? He's going to throw this football, and it's intercepted. What a horrible throw. The legend who somehow threw a bad pass on that one. I don't know how it's possible. Intercepted by, is that a white corner? Is it a white corner? Is it DeJean? Cooper DeJean? No, it is DeJean. Cooper DeJean with an interception off Josh Johnson. Returns this about 10 yards back. Really great field position for the Eagles, and the fact that Mariota left this game may cost them this entire game. Eagle Grinches in the stands. Gotta love it. We're on commercial break right now, so you're missing nothing. You can replace Tom Brady. Thank you very much. Sure, I'd love to replace Tom Brady, and I would take care of my family for generations if I was getting that paycheck. Um, yeah, cool. Anything else in the chat we want to talk about right now? We're on commercial break. Yeah, I think I might have a little ADHD. I might just have attention deficit because I get a little bit like, over here, over there. I'm going to take a drink of this Coke. No, I'm going to set it down. Here's a mariachi hat. No, here it's not. I get kind of like that sometimes, which I think is a little ADHD, but it's also more like attention deficit. I can't keep attention on one thing, and I'm not very great at multitasking. All right, how many people have we had to come hang out with us in the chat so far in this game? We've had 472 people. Appreciate every single person for watching right now with us. We're listening to John Cena on the Honda commercial right now. Almost added Mariota to your parlay. Hey, probably super glad you didn't do that now. Coca-Cola cream soda is good, Ryan. Firehouse Subs has it. I love Coca-Cola cream soda. Any of those machines, you guys, if you go to one of those machines with the sodas and you can pick the flavors, I do the Coca-Cola and then I do the cherry vanilla. That's what I do a lot. But if they had like a strawberry vanilla, I would go for that. But the cherry vanilla Coke is my go-to. It kind of overweighs it so it's not too much vanilla. Gives it a little bit of that fruit cherry kick too. Right now, we are waiting for commercial break. We'll be back in this game. And right now, Washington is in a bad spot. We are one subscriber away from 800 subscribers on our new growing sports channel. Thank you so much to everyone who's making this channel so popular as of the last 5 days. It's been about a week, actually, that it's been growing really crazy. Didn't expect to even be on today. I'm in my lazy clothes, not even in my fun football clothes. So there were a bunch of receivers on this play running left. There was actually a check down that was right in front of Mariota. There was no one covering him, though, because it was like a 14-yard play to the sticks. You could have thrown to all those guys. Instead, you threw into triple coverage, and that's why you're the third-string quarterback. He did complete a pass. The legend Josh Johnson did complete a single pass, though. Root beer soda or cherry limeade soda from there. Yeah, pretty good. Firehouse has it. Who else has it? What other places have that machine? Firehouse has good sandwiches too. Love it. 32 seconds left in this game. We're probably very quickly going to get to the end of the third quarter here. Hurts is going to get sacked on this play. 2-yard loss for the Eagles. It's 2nd and 12. $800. I see someone saying 800. Are you the 800 person, my friend? Let's see what your name is. If you're not the lead dog, 4354. Are you the 800 person, my friend? You didn't know that the 800 person, just like on the Oprah Winfrey Show, gets a new car. just joking. I might mail you Derek, though. I might mail you him in the background there. If you want him, I'm giving him away for free. Wendy's and I think Burger King. I have not seen one at Wendy's, but I haven't been inside a Wendy's very recently. If they have flavor options, I'm pissed that they're not on the menu. At least the ones I go to don't have it. That's what I've been seeing. Which of you guys think I should do the Bears-Packers game tonight? You guys think I should watch that game too, or should I hang out with the wife? Because I missed the Seahawks-Rams game, and that probably would have been a revolutionary thing for my channel to have that amazing game being called. I would have been so excited to call that game. But I keep calling games that are a little bit poo-poo garbage. And now that we have no Mariota, this game might be going down the shooter. Down the poop chute right here. No worries. Wait for 1,000. Absolutely, sir. We're going to try to hit that in the next couple weeks if we keep growing like crazy. But I'm going to be as humble as possible. I don't expect it to hit in the next couple weeks. I expect it to take its good time growing nice and slowly, but if it grows like it did the last week, it'll hit in like a day or two. But the videos have slowed down a little bit, like that Tom Grassi video slowed down a little bit, so we're not getting as much subscribers or views from that. Totally okay. That is totally fine. Want people to subscribe based on the videos I make as well, so that we don't have a bunch of people just subscribing to be nice and then not watching any of my content, and then my videos don't ever get any views. But I think a good amount of the Tom Grassi people have been watching my videos. So honestly, super thrilled about that. The fact that his niche is my niche, it's perfect. Like they all came to my channel for football. And that's what you're going to get here, NFL football. I'm a little, I do a lot of Cardinals videos, but I'm going to do a lot of other ones as well. And I got the whole next week off for Christmas, so I'm going to be making multiple videos next week. 800 subs. Yep, Lane, I just saw it, so it'll ding in the next 5 to 10 minutes. It's on a bit of a delay, the little, the dinger. You guys probably can't hear it. It takes a good, it sometimes will take 30 seconds. It'll update in like 30 seconds, or, it'll take 10 minutes. It sometimes is completely off. I'm sorry, Casey. I'll keep Derek. Fine. I'll keep Derek around. Derek was already dominating the chat with those 2 young college kids who were doing the FBI, CIA, all that stuff, and having them spam the chat with it. I had to block the FBI account so it didn't ruin the algorithm. What if the Bears game is even better, bro? Could be huge. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. I think it's going to be a much better game than this one. So that's the thing making me want to stream that game. I really do think it'll be good. All right, snap for Hurts. Looking to throw. Also, I think the Eagles are going to play like as slow as molasses in this quarter, even worse than the rest of the game. So it's going to be a really slow drag out kind of into this game. Like there's the first catch to A.J. Brown for 8 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 2 for the Eagles, but they will not snap this ball till there's 14:20 left on the clock. I guarantee it. Has a concussion. Yeah. The night he got raided by the government was insane. Yeah, it was insane. That guy showed up immediately in my stream. I was like, please don't show up again. I want like actual football fans to show up real quick first, and then you can come in a little bit later. First thing I saw was FBI, FBI, FBI. 3rd and 2. Jalen Hurts looking to run. He's just going to take this himself for a first down. He's going to get it. 3-yard gain. First down Eagles. 14:10 left on the clock, and they're going to take their time again. It's going to be 13 minutes and 30 seconds left before the next snap. Yeah, I love chatting about all sorts of various topics and stuff, but getting spammed by 5 different fake accounts in my thing will make it where like my stream is not shown to anybody. So I just want to make sure that we don't get too carried away with, like, at least that one kid doesn't get too carried away with that stuff. Especially when I'm new. If I have a lot of people watching, then it's totally fine because it overweighs that. But if there's only like 5 or 6 people, then it'll just think that I'm a spam channel or something. So I blocked the FBI, just so you know. But I'm not going to block the dude himself. He's really cool. I blocked the FBI version of the account. He always does, man. This guy's insane. Look at his face. Saquon can't do anything today, guys. Not getting hardly anything going. Really good run defense by Washington. I don't think it'll be enough with their offense, though. 13 minutes left in the 4th quarter. 7 seconds left on the play clock. Hurts going to move a few people around because why not? They're not in a hurry. They're on a leisurely stroll. Hurts throws the ball to Dotson, completed. That is about 800 subscribers. See, it took a minute. Took a few minutes. There it is, 800 subs. Little mariachi dance. There we go. Hopefully it's not too annoying and loud on the mic, but there's the little mariachi dance for you. Woo! 800 subscribers. That's like just in time for New Year's too, and just in time for Christmas. That's the only Christmas present I needed was that 800th subscriber. Watch it go down one. So sad. 3rd and 4 for the Eagles. 12 minutes and 15 seconds left in this one. Going to hand this ball off. He's going to get the first down and more. Fighting his way down to what yard line? Let's see if they zoom it out a little bit. We'll see where he landed. 12 minutes left in the 4th quarter. He got in the second level. I think he got down to the 11. Eagles threatening to put the game away, especially if Mariota does not come back out. We're going to look up an injury update for him any minute here. I'm just going to take a look. I want to see if we can get an update on his status. Hand off to Barkley on first down. He's going to spin around, get about 7 or 8. He's going to break out of all the tackles, and he's going to find his way into the end zone, and then he fights his way up like the Hulk, punches the ground to get to a standing position, and then he's going to do his celebration. It is now 20-10. Saquon Barkley broke 5 to 6 tackles on that play all at once. He had 2 or 3 guys wrapping him up. 1 guy, 2 guy, broken tackle, 3rd guy, broken tackle, 4th guy, broken tackle, 5, 6. That guy is a beast. What a touchdown by Barkley. And it is time to flip it. That got me pumped up. I'm not an Eagles fan, but that got me pumped up. Kick is up. It is good. We're going to flip it one more time. Flip it, baby, one more time. Wow. What a drive for the Eagles to really put a stamp on this one. And I think I'm going to call it right here. I usually jinx it. I'm calling it right here. This game is over. If I did that, if I jinxed the Eagles, sorry, Eagles fans. But, whenever I'm playing a game with my friend or something, we're online, we're playing a video game or something, it's a competitive game, and we're winning really well, I say that, oh, we got this thing in the bag. Right then we end up losing. I usually jinx us. So we'll see if we jinx the Eagles here. For those of you Cowboys fans out there, you'll really want that to happen. All right. We're on commercial break here. Yeah, no, I think the Bears game is going to be much better. The Bears are really good this year. The Packers without Micah Parsons, still good, but they got so dinged up that they may have trouble defensively today. And I really do think actually that the Bears are going to win this game, even though that there's rumors they might move. Yet the Seahawks came back with a bigger deficit. What time is left? Let's take a look at what time is left real fast. 11 minutes and 30 seconds. But just a reminder that the Washington Commanders are not anywhere near as good as the Seattle Seahawks. And they have Josh Johnson playing at quarterback. If we get Coop on the Packers, wouldn't be mad. You're saying Amari Cooper? Or Cooper DeJean? There's a lot of Coopers I'm thinking of here. Amari Cooper. Does he still have anything in the tank? Didn't he retire? He was like, I don't want to be with the Raiders. He saw Geno Smith throw and he was like, I'm out of here. All I do know, Cooper DeJean. Yeah, that'd be great. Cooper DeJean's really great. It's him and Riley Moss, the 2 white corners. Riley Moss, though, not as good as Cooper DeJean. Riley Moss of the Broncos, for those of you who don't know. 502 people have come to hang out with us in the stream. That is so awesome. You guys are the best. We're back from commercial break finally. Riley Moss isn't bad. I just think the refs are being too hard on him with those penalties. All right, this kick return is going to go out to the 30. He's finding a little bit of room, trying to break to the outside to the 35. Not a bad return for the Commanders. Is the great Josh Johnson going to come back out onto the field? He has 2 pass attempts this season now. One of them being completed by his team, the other one being completed by a different team. So far, not too hot. We'll see if they can correct that on this drive. Josh Johnson actually has 4 attempts, 1 of 4 for 20 yards, 1 interception, and a quarterback rating of 8. Oh boy, that's a bad rating. All right. Handoff here to start the drive for the Commanders. Goes for about 3 yards. 2 or 3 yards. Riley Moss, he's got 10 points on a tough defense. Yeah. Longest no repeat winners for the NFC East in the last since 2005. Wow. Longest streak of any division in NFL history. That's at least that division's unpredictable. For a long time there, they were called the NFC least because every team was struggling down there. And then the Cowboys would win the division or the Eagles or It was always someone different, but the team that won was like 9-7 or something. All right, catch by Rodriguez. He's going to get this ball for about 6 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 1. They're moving this football a little bit here. See if they can get a first down. Is Mariota going to come back in this game? I'm wondering. Is he going to come back? Looks like Johnson's still in there right now. Mariota's on the field. Doesn't look like he's coming back in this game. He's got a beanie on, and he's got a warm jacket around his shoulders. And it's in the 4th quarter with 10 minutes left. I don't think he's coming back in this game. I didn't hear the report on his injury, but I think that he's done based on what I just saw. Kind of chilling on the sideline there. Johnson under center, 3rd and 1. Going to hand this ball off, and it's going to be about a 3-yard loss. Very predictable play call. They didn't think, I don't think Josh Johnson's going to throw this football. And so the defense came heavy for the run up the middle, and they stopped it for about a 3-yard loss. It's going to be 4th down, and it could very well be a play that they're going for it here. Sam Laporta and the other 3 Iowa players on a team for Lucas Van Ness. That'd be pretty scary. Oh, a concussion. Oh, okay. You said that earlier. I just didn't know. He has a concussion. You said that earlier. I just didn't know you were talking about Mariota at the time. All right, they're going to punt this ball. 4th and 4. Punts in the air. Eagles player is going to fair catch it at the 20-yard line, and 9-11. Too soon. 9-11 on the clock. Going to commercial break. Exciting times here in Washington. All right, I'm going to start throwing together on the commercial break that thumbnail for the next game. Get the Bears logo off of the internet, and then I'm going to also throw the Green Bay Packers logo, which I already have. What I do to make these, I just take the logo, and then I crop it out. Should I do the bear face or the C? I have a bear face right here. Yeah, I'm going to use the bear face instead of the C logo. It looks nicer. We'll see if it looks nice on the editor I have. All right, I'm going to move the Eagles logo up. I'm going to have it where I have all 32 teams just up in vertical order, and then I can just move 2 over to the left and insert them at any point into any game I'm going to watch so that we can switch it up anytime. Then I'm going to take the Bears logo. Where's it at? Let's see. There's the Bears logo. Now we get the Packers logo. Let's see. There's a pretty good one right there. And now we're going to take both of them real quickly and drag them down while we're on commercial break here. This is like a speed thumbnail design. That's a big Bears face. Okay. All right, moving it over right there real quick. Then I'm going to, where's the Packers one? Did I bring it in? I don't think I did. Okay. We're going to click the Packers one. Let's see if I can do it before the commercial breaks over. Oh, we got another subscriber. 801. Thank you so much for the subscribe. We now have a buffer of 1 to keep us at the 800 mark. Big thank you. You're the real champ. What's that old Kevin Durant MVP? Kevin Durant MVP quote. You the real MVP. He talking about his mama. You the real MVP. There we go. And then we make both of their logos relatively the same size. We drag one over to one side, one over to the other side. Bears are at home, so I'll put them on the right. I actually want to start doing that correctly. There we go. Perfect. And we are back from commercial break. And I feel like that's pretty good progress towards having that done already. And then I'll have one of the text things on the thing will be one of the team's colors. One of the text, like the live play-by-play, will be highlighted with one team's color. The Kind of Askew Sports will be highlighted with another team's color. And then it makes the thumbnail very nice to look at. All right, 1st and 10. Jalen Hurts takes the snap, hands it off. 2-yard gain for Saquon Barkley. 801. Oh, yeah. From your lips to Santa's ears. Luckily, our internet has been doing pretty well now. They're saying the Bears are looking at probably a 3 seed at the moment. Incomplete pass. That's going to stop the clock. We don't want to be stopping the clock right now, though. If you're the Eagles, just run the clock out. Get yourself a win. You've been struggling to get wins. Go ahead and get that win and get out of town. Alrighty. It is going to be 3rd and 8 for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts in the gun. I think they're going to throw this time. They're still waiting for 1 second to be on the clock before they snap, even when the clock isn't moving. It is the most frustrating thing. That's an incomplete pass, and it's going to be 4th and 8. Washington will get the ball back. See, I jinxed the Eagles. I'm telling you right now, I jinxed them. It's already starting to show itself. There we go. This thumbnail's almost already done, guys. For the next game. I just got to find another Versus logo that looks better. Actually, I think Tom Grossi does the same thing. He throws things together in the middle of his streams. Like that. That's hilarious. I'm growing as a person, guys. Can you see this? I'm growing as a streamer already. All right, punt is in the air, almost blocked. Got kind of crowded around the punter. That ball's going to roll out of bounds around the 39. Washington will get the ball at their own 39, roughly. And that's where they will start trying their best to claw back in. Going to be kind of tough with the quarterback that they have at the moment. Okay. I hope that looks okay. Oh, Sky Rizzy. Gotta love that commercial, everybody. Let's take a look here. We got 9 people hanging out with us right now on the stream. We're on commercial break, so you're missing nothing at the moment. Appreciate you hanging out with me right now. No new chats, so I will hop back into making the thumbnail for the Green Bay game and the Bears game. But I just want to say that I appreciate all the love and support and everyone who's hanging out with me and watching. You guys are awesome, and you're making this very fun. All right, let's see. We got this looks really great, guys. We got the general background with the stadium. We got the Packers logo. We got the Bears logo. The live play-by-play and reactions outlined in Green Bay colors. The bottom one with my name is outlined in Bears colors. And now we got to find a cool Versus thing to put in the middle that actually looks better than the one I've been using. Or I can just put text there because text looks pretty good. There's just a black one here that looks pretty nice as well, though. So I might try that. Let's go ahead and put that in here. Fun creating this new stuff, trying out new things, seeing what works. We'll see. There we go. I'm going to pop it right in the center. Everyone hope everyone's having a good day, about ready for Christmas time. It's coming. It'll be here before we know it. Then it will be gone. So enjoy it while it lasts. It's so hard with the logos you pull off the internet because some of them are different sizes than others. So it's kind of hard to get it perfect. It's hard trying to get them to be perfectly the same size as one another. I don't want one logo to be way bigger than the other, and I also want it to be evenly spaced. That's my goal. All right, we're coming back out of commercial break right now. Washington Commanders going to try their best to make a comeback. It's going to be interesting to see if they can make that thing happen. And then we will very possibly... Ooh, that's a pretty cool look. I don't know. Too dark of a background, though. Okay, Commanders have the football. It's Johnson or bust. When I think about Johnson, I usually bust. Just joking. Johnson's going to hand this football off up the middle for a loss of 1 to start the drive. And that is not going to help them get anything done. Not going to help them do it. That looks pretty nice. We're looking pretty good here, guys, on this thumbnail. You guys are going to love the thumbnail for tonight's game. You guys have no idea how much you're going to love it. When you see it, you're going to be like, what the flip? This is the coolest thumbnail I've ever seen. I might be over-exaggerating a little bit. Second and still considered 10. Johnson's looking to throw. Going to throw this to the tight end. It's going to be bumping off a tackler and getting a few yards, making it a 3rd and short. That's number 82 on the catch. I don't think he's been involved at all today yet. But there we go. Getting him some action. All right, thumbnails made for tonight. That's perfect. All right, great. Awesome sauce, guys. Yeah, not great position with the time they have left. Johnson's going to scramble out and not get this ball to his check down man. The ball was not thrown far enough. That is incomplete. And the Commanders are facing a 4th and 6 here. Womp womp. It's a really down year for the Commanders. They've had a rough year after being in the playoffs, wild card team, surprising a lot of people. You hate to see it, really. They're punting, so they're basically conceding defeat here. They're at midfield, and they're just going to punt on 4th and 6. Commanders are conceding this one. And that ball's going to roll into the end zone on the punt, so that's going to be Eagles' ball on a touchback. And you can better believe they're going to try to get this to at least the 2-minute warning on this possession, if not finish the game here with a few first downs. If they go slow enough, the game will be over on the next drive. And there's a potential for them to do so. But the Eagles love doing this weird thing of let me run the clock out the entirety of the football game. And then when I have the game won, I'll start passing for no reason and wasting time. So we'll see if the Eagles will do that frustrating stuff again this time. You know, it's not frustrating is that 531 of you have come to watch the game with me today. I appreciate you guys for hopping in, hopping out, hopping in, hopping around. Awesome to have you here. All right, 6:38 left in the 4th quarter. It is 1st and 10 for the Philadelphia Eagles. Hurts going to take the snap, hand it off. It's going for 6 yards. 2nd and 4 for the Eagles. This will take us to the 6-minute mark of the 4th quarter if they are smart. They're showing just how many play callers that Jalen Hurts has had to deal with. It's almost a revolving door. Every single year, a new person. Doug Peterson, Nick Sirianni, so many different people. They didn't keep the graphic up long enough for me to run through it all. Handoff on this play. Barkley breaks the tackle. He is going for 10. He's going for 15. He's going for 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 yards for Saquon Barkley. Big first down for the Eagles. That's the run they've been waiting for all day from him. Wow. Oh my goodness. That was a 50-yard rush for Saquon Barkley. That's what they've been looking for all day long. What a run. He's now got 132 yards. If they've added that correctly already, 21 carries, 132 yards, and a touchdown for Saquon Barkley. Another handoff here, going to go for 3 or 4 yards. That's going to take it down to probably around 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Wouldn't it be great if the Commanders came back? It sure would be. I think the chances are slim to none, but that would be pretty sick. Pretty cool. When does that next game come on, everybody? Bears, Packers. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in the game. Eagles moving slow. Toss out to 27. Going to get this carry for a first down to the 10 to the 5 touchdown. Walking in fairly easy. It was actually 37. Tank Bigsby. Touchdown for the Eagles and Tank Bigsby. If that didn't end the game, I don't know what else will. Next game comes on at 6:20. Okay. All right, we're going to flip it, everybody. 1 flip, 2 flip, and a 3 flip. Whoop-pow. That's the first Tank Bigsby touchdown in an Eagles uniform. All right. Assuming Jake Elliott's extra point is good, it's going to be 28-10. They're going to go for 2. Okay. These teams are baffling nowadays. Like, why are we going for 2 here? Just practicing for the playoffs or something? This might make Dan Quinn really angry. Yes, Casey. Flippity, flippity. Flippity, flip. Okay. 2-point conversion. And Barkley kind of fumbled. Looked like the ground he was down. Looks like they're calling that 2-point conversion good. He fell down at the goal line and then lost the football right after. Pretty sure he was in before he fumbled, though. So that's going to be probably a 2-point conversion for the Eagles. A lot of whistles going off, and there's a fight. There's a fight happening at the goal line right now. Number 56 of the Eagles is throwing punches, and he's going back into several people, and now he's getting mauled by 2 different Washington players. This has turned into an all-out brawl between mainly 1 Eagles player and about 6 of the Washington Commanders. There are every flag from every ref's pocket is on the field right now, and there are benches completely cleared staring at each other. There are a couple other Eagles pretty angry right now as well. Is that Barkley also getting involved in that? Hurts and Barkley talking to Bobby Wagner right now, trying to calm this down a little bit. We have a fight breaking out in the middle of our NFL game today. Dropping the gloves and making things exciting. It looks like number 80, Cooper, is who started this fight. Who retaliated, though? It looks like there was a little bit from everybody. And then an offensive lineman for the Eagles got involved, and then he started throwing hands. And then he kept throwing hands. And then his teammate, number 56, came to back up number 70-something, came in, started punching. And then all of a sudden, the entire defense for the Commanders was in on it. And that guy is going to get suspended for a long time, if not the rest of the season. Number 56 will be suspended for that. That is a big fine and a suspension. He punched 2 or 3 people with helmets on, which I never wonder why you try to punch someone when they're wearing a helmet. Right now, Jalen Hurts is letting him have it. You need him. Apparently, if he's talking to you, he's saying, we need you for actual important games. What are you doing, bro? Someone said something about his mama. He was like, don't talk about my mama like that. And he started punching everybody. We got so many flags down. They're trying to figure out what these flags are going to be on, who the heck the flags are on, what the flags are about. They're trying to get that figured out right now. There are so many flags on the field. There's like 7 or 8 flags on the field right now. I can't even emphasize it enough. Let's figure out what he's saying right here. Unnecessary roughness. On the defense, number 56. Unnecessary roughness, Washington, 99. Unnecessary roughness, Washington, number 20. Been disqualified. So we have a disqualification and an ejection for one of the Washington players. Surprised that number 56 did not get ejected for the Eagles. He should have been ejected immediately. I've never been able to understand professional athletes who can't like just show it on the field. I understand getting a little chippy sometimes. Getting that far is not cool though. You're professionals. You're getting paid a bunch of money to play this game. There's no need to go trying to stomp people out, punch them in the face, rip their helmets off, break their necks, all that fun stuff. There's no need to do that. You're escalating it way too far. A little pushing and shoving every once in a while. I know it's rivalries. It's the NFC East. They're still rivals. One of the teams sucks. The other team doesn't. And sometimes it gets a little bit, emotional between people who are, going out there, grinding all day with their brothers on the football field. I sound like a super cheesy person right now, but at the same time, like I get that it could get a little heated, but at the same time, that's way too far. I can't stand man babies doing that stuff. Like say a few words, little trash talk, and then end the play. Go to the sideline, show them on the field. You showed them on the field already. You've already won the game. There's no need to go try to punch all of them. All right, well, we still have some football to play after that boxing match. We should be required, if any game is getting boring in the NFL, to have one boxing match every game, at least one boxing match to keep things interesting. You get your three best men, we'll get our three best men, we'll go to midfield, have a timeout, and during the break, well, actually no break, everyone gets to watch. Three men just go at it in like a super aggressive way and fight it out. And whoever wins, it doesn't matter, just for the entertainment of everybody and to give everyone a break. Number 56 is, I think, the one who got ejected. He's going to the side of he's going into the locker room. I think they both got ejected. Looks like we had disqualifications for Tyler Steen, who's the 56 who was throwing punches at everybody. Then Quan Martin. We have disqualifications for 3 people on that fight. During a hockey game, hockey's fun to watch. It would be fun to watch. It'd be fun to see you guys watch a hockey game. All right, 4 minutes left. They're showing the Marcus Mariota injury. They're saying it's also partially a hand injury for Mariota. Number 26, McNichols, going to get a first down, about 6 yards. They've got to go fast if they want to make this anything. Well, what's quacking, Sir Knight? How you doing? Oh, we're just watching the end of the Washington Eagles game. This game's pretty much over, though. Then we'll come hang out for a little bit for the Packers-Bears game, see if that one's any better. But we'll take a little break for about 20 minutes first, though. Glad you're doing good. Hope you're having a good night. Hope you're ready for Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate. 8-yard gain on first down for the Red. I almost said it. I almost said Redskins. I liked the name a lot more when they were Redskins. But hey, Commanders, 8-yard gain for the Commanders. Oh yeah, hockey fights. My wife loves hockey fights. She says, rip their legs off, rip their legs off. She would have done well in gladiatorial times. Carry to the 50-yard line is going to get a first down for the Commanders. There is an injured player. Doesn't this always happen at the end of games that are like kind of boring at the end? Players just start dropping and getting injured like crazy. just to make it last longer. I hate injuries. I don't want anyone to get hurt, but like it really just seems like it happens in the point when the game comes to a screeching halt. The game's over. It's 19-point lead for one team, and there's only 2 minutes left. All of a sudden, people start dropping left and right. It is 29-10 right now, and we got 2 minutes and 52 seconds left. Next year, they have to change back to the Redskins from the petition have been signed. Trump even said change it back. Yeah, who knows if they'll do that? I think at the end of the day, it's probably the team's choice. Commanders had a really rough season this year. Sir Knight, Mariota's been hurt for the entire second half, so it's been Josh Johnson at quarterback. If that tells you how the rest of the game was going to go. Really good run here. Going to go for about 20 yards, another first down, all the way down to the 30-yard line. That's our Commanders' first down. This is a little too late, though. They allowed a lot of scoring to happen. Little too late. The legendary Josh Johnson. Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't add the moniker. The legendary Josh Johnson. And we're at the 2-minute warning in the fourth quarter. Final commercial break for the Commanders and Eagles game. I was afraid this was going to happen. I was thinking I may just stream only the Packers-Bears game, but let me tell you why it was worth it to stream this game as well, because I got to hang out with you guys. I also got to see 553 people come hang out in here, and I got 22 more watch hours added towards my goal of getting monetized. So that's not a bad thing at all. Eagles about to break the NFC East curse, which means that they've won back-to-back seasons of the division, I believe is what you're saying. I don't think a petition means you have to do anything. Yeah, just because they're petitioning, I'm sure the team name is going to stay Commanders. They already have a lot of money invested in Commanders. It seems like they're not going to change it anymore now. They were the football team. Now back to Commanders. They've changed the name enough the last few years. I feel like they're done for at least the next 2 to 3 decades. All right, this will be the 2-minute warning after this play. Josh Johnson just fell down. His knee was like, ouchie, my knee, and he fell down. So that'll be credited as a sack. They were tributes to the Indian tribe in the area. Yeah, I heard even that, some of the tribe had no problem with the name. But they ended up changing it anyway. And then the Indians from Cleveland changed their name to Guardians. I don't like that name at all, by the way. Cleveland Guardians. Ugh. Now, if you let people vote, you end up with something like Boat McBoatface. Yeah. 18 likes in the stream now. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. We'll see if we can get 1 point in the Packers-Bears game where we get to 20 active viewers, even if it's for 1 second. Even if it's for 1 second, I want to see if we can get up to 20 active viewers for a split second in that game. That would be pretty sexy, guys. Austin Powers, yeah, baby. That's what I would be thinking. This is a commercial break for the 2-minute warning. This is going to take us to the final 2 minutes of the game, and then we will see what happens. Nothing's going to happen. They're just going to run the clock out. But then we'll be taken into the next game in 20 minutes. So, that game will hopefully be better. I think my predictions for that game, I think the Bears are going to win. I really don't care who wins, honestly, because I'm not a fan of either team, but I don't hate either team either. There's not like a team I don't like. Like in this game, for example, I don't generally like the Eagles. Kind of annoying to me. The Bears versus Packers, I don't have a problem with either. So I hope it's just a good game. Oh, man. Looney Tunes had to remove the skunk and Yosemite Sam for violence and stalking. Yeah, I don't agree with that stuff. I like the Looney Tunes. I feel like you should just, as long as you're not being a horrible, violent, incredibly horrible person, you shouldn't have to remove stuff. Yosemite Sam, I mean, they're just cartoons. I get they were made a long time ago. People might think they got, their own... They got their own things about them that people don't like about them. But, there's a lot of things I don't like. I don't try to go get them removed. So it's not hurting anybody. All right, well. Eagles roll into a pretty nice victory here. Saquon Barkley and Cooper DeJean talking about hanging out with Nikki Bella the other day. WWE legend, Hall of Famer. Nikki Bella of the Bella Twins. Josh Johnson, after falling down on the play for the 2-minute warning, ended up snapping that ball. He got the snap and then he fumbled it to the ground and then fell on it. Pretty exciting stuff here in Washington, guys. All right, 3rd and 20 for Washington. This game will be over in a couple plays, luckily, and then we will see you in the next stream. And I will get my beanie adjusted so everyone can see my Texas Tech logo. Texas Tech, your future national champion of college football. I'm very nervous. I'm speaking from hope. Oh, that looked like pass interference. They're going to get a flag. That'll get them closer to the end zone, and it may be a possible Washington Commanders touchdown, which would be a big, fat bummer. Let's see. One of them is married to John Cena, right? Nikki Bella was married to John Cena, and then she divorced him. She wanted kids. He didn't. They got divorced a few years ago. And then, now she's been single. He got remarried to a new lady. You should look her up. She's gorgeous. And then, so he's remarried. She's not. But she was seen a few days ago with Cooper DeJean. They didn't know if it seems like maybe people think they're dating. Maybe they are. Maybe they're not. But either way, that would make her a cougar. But man, she looks way younger than her age. She's like 20 years older than him, but she's still looking really good. Okay. Washington gets a touchdown. We may have another commercial break before this game is over. Thanks to Washington. Usually after the 2-minute warning, though, they don't make us do a commercial break. They usually don't make us do that. All right, we got 29-16. We get one more flip it for this game here. Yeah, he's about your age. He's like 22. That would mean you're about 22. Let's see. 16. They're going for 2. We're waiting to see if it's an 8. All right, 2-point attempt. Okay, gotcha. I'm 9 years older than him. Handoff on the 2-point conversion is good. All right. Well, it looks closer than it was now. There you go. 29-18. All right. Let's see here. See if the Bears and Packers, I wonder if they'll be on the same channel. I don't have to switch anything. I can just exit and go back with the correct thumbnail and a whole new title and stuff. They are going to declare for the onside kick. 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the game. They are trailing by 11. Fox NFL Super Saturday. Same channel. Yeah, Fox. Cool. Awesome. I'll just leave this on then. And then I will turn the stream off for about 20 minutes and hop back in probably right after that game starts. Pretty close to when it starts. Want to give myself enough of a break. Have a piece of pizza or something. Say hello to the wife. Let her know, hey, I still love you, even though I'm not in the room with you on Saturday and Sunday this week. You got some alone time. There you go. Get to enjoy some alone time now. I still love you, honey. I'm just trying to, be a fun NFL streamer. The officials were not in position for the onside kick, so they are not allowing that play to continue. They're going to try to do the onside kick again. Why not? We got 1 minute left. Why not have the refs stop a play, waste another minute, and tell us that they're going to reset? That onside kick looked like it was recovered by Washington as well, which is just hilarious. Oh, yeah, I'll pet him. I'll pet him real good. Yeah, it says it comes on at 6:20, Lane. It says the game comes on at 6:20, just like my time, 6:20 Mountain Time. All right. Devontae Smith gets the onside kick, and then there will be now 2 kneel downs, Lord willing, and we'll get the heck out of here. Yeah, Packers game has been started, but the game's running late there on the same channel. Yeah, I think a cameraman passed away for Fox Sports. So many people passing away, man. What a week. It's been a rough week for that. Okay, so we have a backup quarterback coming in right now, and they're in the shotgun. The Eagles piss me off, man. I swear. The Eagles piss me off. What are we doing in the game? You're going to have him just hand the ball off? Okay, that's cute. Get him a couple times out there for some snaps and hand the ball off. Just so you can end the game anyway. Why not have Hurts just kneel it? Is he going to get hurt kneeling the ball? That's fine. Whatever. I thought they were going to start passing the ball and continuing to play the game. Goodness. Come on, Eagles. They're the most frustrating team to watch this season. I vote the Eagles are the most frustrating good team to watch. They're so slow. The way they've been winning this year is so boring and slow. It just really is. And a lot of their wins have been just when they haven't played well at all. This game was a better performance. Washington just got tired, especially once the third string came in. They couldn't get off the field. First Sunday off in years. For you? Congrats on having Sunday off then, if you have first Sunday off in years. We got 104 on the clock right now. Washington's still using timeouts, so it's what we're waiting for at the moment for the next play. Just kind of trying to wait and see. You know, the Eagles know the game's over already. They're just waiting to end this game. That's why they're still running plays and not kneeling it, I guess, because the Commanders are still going to aggressively use the timeouts. Carey is going to go for a 11-yard gain. First down. Bigsby again on the carry. Washington should not use any more timeouts. No more timeouts, Washington. You've lost the game. All right, 47 seconds left in the game. They let about 10 seconds tick off the clock, and a player is down. Man, this game, they just don't want this game to end, do they? A player's cramping up on the sideline. It looks like Reeves. It might be Reeves who's down right now. Man. All right, 47 seconds left in the game. That player is walking off the field. It was not Reeves. Reeves got hit really hard. That's why I thought it was him. It's number 95. Whoever number 95 is. Okay, Washington had to use a timeout because of that injury. Now we're going into the kneel formation on 1st and 10. It'll take one more knee to end this game. 29-18 is your total. Take a look at the scoreboard. That's the total for the game today. And Washington, they looked like they could pull an upset in the beginning of the game. Injuries took them out of it, though. Just like is the rest of their season, basically. Injuries took them out of it. All right, first back-to-back NFC East title in 21 years. Your 2025 Eagles are the NFC champion. They will win today's game. I will see you guys very soon with the next game. First time we have the repeat NFC East. Yes, since 2004. Absolutely. All right, guys. I will see you in like 20 minutes in the next game. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be right back.